we doing here? KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. It is the John Kobylt Show. Yes, we are on from 3 to 6 every day. We have the podcast, same as the radio show, posted after 6. iHeart app, John Kobylt Show on demand. We're live on YouTube right now. You can subscribe and become a member, youtube.com/@JohnKobyltShow. This morning at 11 o'clock, we did a special live stream, which you can see on YouTube. And it's the last one that we're doing for people who are non-members. So in the future, if you want to see these live streams, you have to become a member. Subscribe, become a member, go to youtube.com/@JohnKobyltShow. And if you get a chance to watch the live stream, what I want to do with it is get into much more detail than the rigid formatics of a radio show allow. And we went deep into the new wave of communism, which bowled over New York City yesterday. 3 communists, they're members of the Democratic Socialists of America. They won their primaries and almost certainly will now become congressmen congresspeople after the November election, because in New York it's almost entirely a Democratic city. But these are out and out communists. One, she said clearly she's an anarchist. So that's 3 new congresspeople. And of course, we have 4 communists on the city council, including Nithya Raman, who's running for mayor, and Karen Bass, honorary communist, because she spent much of her young life in Cuba studying Fidel Castro. So we've got one incumbent communist as the mayor, another wannabe communist challenging her, and the worst sections of the city are now run by communists. And that would be the districts of Isabel Jurado and Hugo Soto Martinez and Eunices Hernandez. I don't know if you see a pattern there. And we'll talk about Jurado some in just a moment. She has the distinction of not only being the council person for Boyle Heights, where most of the residents have been poisoned by this fire, but also for Skid Row, where we found out yesterday that the torture of animals, the sacrifice of animals continues. At Skid Row, they are still killing, experimenting on animals. It's the drug addicts and the mental patients. And Karen Bass refuses to stop it. So does the chief of police, Jim McDonnell. And we've got 2 ass-kissing lackeys running the police and fire department who are not confronting Bass about all the dangers, including animal torture and animal killing that's going on. There's no other way to describe it. It's been going on for several months. We talked about it for the last 2 months. Bass won't stop it, and it's time. It's time that people really take some serious action and start bombarding them with calls, emails, anything, any way you can contact these people. Jacqueline Hamilton is the deputy mayor, and she is the one who should be stopping what's going on at Skid Row, and she's not. And enough is enough. When they're killing and torturing puppies, that should be the end of it. Okay, that should be the end of Karen Bass. The other choice, of course, Nithya Raman, who's a communist. So there you go. Tell me the election wasn't rigged. Tell me a majority of Los Angeles voters actually want a choice between 2 communists. That's not possible. The system is rigged. We'll get to all that. I talk a lot about it on the for 45 minutes on the podcast. Not the podcast. What the hell is it? The live stream. I can't separate all these. We're working hard here, okay? We're trying to tell you what's going on. That's the live stream. Now, here live on the radio show regarding Boyle Heights. I know that Karen Bass said yesterday, we played the tape, that the smoke isn't dangerous. The air is not dangerous. Well, nobody's buying that in Boyle Heights. Because according to the LA Times, Ruben Vives, residents, business owners are frustrated. They're worried about the health. Neighborhoods engulfed by smoke. They go to Jim's Burgers, not far from the warehouse. Restaurant owner Manuel Orozco and his workers are wearing face masks. I don't know why they're wearing face masks. If Bass said the air is not dangerous.
No, the air is not dangerous.
She said that. Air's not dangerous. Manuel and his workers apparently not buying that. Their diner, though, mostly empty. Said this yesterday. Manuel said no one is coming, and that's because of the smoke. It's because of a difficult time. It's been a difficult time. No one's coming because of the smoke, and she says the air is not dangerous. Orozco said the nearby fire has caused sales to drop by 70%. 2 workers have been unable to come in because of high blood pressure and asthma from breathing in the smoke, even though the air is not dangerous. I guess this is imaginary blood pressure, imaginary asthma. The smoke has prompted smoke advisories. Smoke advisories for something that doesn't exist.
No, the air is not dangerous.
It's not. Now there's all kinds of motions. The county, 2 of the county supervisors who were worthless, Hilda Solis and Janice Hahn, they want the county to work with the city and state to investigate the incident. Investigate. Do the investigation, write up the report, and then give it to Karen Bass to edit it. I am not believing any investigation that comes from the county supervisors. I will not believe any investigation from Karen Bass. I will not believe any investigation that comes from Jaime Moore. They corrupted the last investigation into the Palisades fire, and then they lied about it. So they have zero credibility. They should have zero credibility with you. Nothing they say should be believed.
No, the air is not dangerous.
The air is not dangerous. Hahn also wants the county to get an emergency stockpile of air purifiers. Why? No need to purify the air if it's not dangerous. Isabel Jurado, that communist councilwoman, she wants funding for air purifiers, air filters, and protective equipment. I don't understand all this. This seems to be bizarre hysteria. People in Boyle Heights are imagining this. Even the politicians are imagining this. There's no smoke out there. Here's another motion to order the fire department to create a report detailing the cause of the fire, the facility's compliance history, and oversight protocols. That whatever they write should not be believed. They have proven themselves to be compulsive, pathological liars. She said at the council meeting, for nearly a week, families in Boyle Heights and East LA have been living with smoke, odors, ash, disrupted routines. Sorry, that's just not true. None of that happened. Parents have been worrying about their children. Seniors wondering if it's safe. Hey, Bass said, not dangerous.
No, the air is not dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Workers have been navigating commutes through smoke and uncertainty. No, there is no smoke. There is no uncertainty. It never happened. And if something did happen, they're going to investigate and tell you that it didn't really happen. Now, when we come back, this is a great headline, huh? And echoes of the Palisades fire, Boyle Heights fire may cost Mayor Bass politically. Yes. And the lead line is when about Bass being on her way to the Barack Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. Not to be confused with the Presidential Palace in Ghana. Two different locations. We'll tell you about the trip to Chicago. We come back. Deborah Mark is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here's the latest. Jury deliberations are underway in the trial of the man accused of setting a fire that turned into the Palisades fire. And Vice President Vance is in Southern California. We'll have more at the bottom of the hour. We're going to go back to the 10 next.
If you could go back and buy oil before the whole world depended on it, well, you'd do that, right? So what are you waiting for now? Silver powers AI, electric vehicles, the entire energy shift, and most people still haven't figured it out. That's how this works. And by the time everyone agrees, you're already too late. So don't be the guy saying, hey, I saw it coming. Get ahead of it. Go to the only place I recommend, noblegoldinvestments.com. noblegoldinvestments.com. Mention my name. Get a free silver coin with a qualified account. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
From the odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo, the only business software you need. Sunny tomorrow, high 70s to mid 90s. This report brought to you by Viome. From your Toyota dealer's traffic center, we make it easy. Update on that crash on the 10 in Pomona.
Excellent news, and that is that the wreck has cleared 10 westbound. This one is coming right up on Town Avenue. All lanes are open. Traffic now recovering away from Central Avenue, and the eastbound side of the 10 picking up as well away from the 57 freeway. Let's also take a look at the drive in Hawthorne. They got some type of junk out of the roadway. 405 southbound at Rosecrans. We're still seeing a bit of a backup. Watch for heavy traffic out of West LA, leaving Sunset Boulevard, and it's also crowding up out of Irvine. 405 northbound, leaving the 133. Stretches of slowing all the way to Brookhurst in Fountain Valley. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
50 states, one national mall, 2 weeks of freedom. The Great American State Fair opens June 25th in Washington, D.C. All 50 states. Live music and rodeo, innovation, arts, culture, and American patriotism. Every day brings a new theme celebrating the best of who we are, capped by the largest fireworks display in the world on July 4th. This is for every American. Admission is free. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair. Be there.
That cabinet full of supplements, your body might not need half of them. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create personalized probiotics and nutrition plan based on your biology. Real science, real answers, real personalization. Check out Viome.com. Use code radio today. This report is sponsored by Viome. You wouldn't take someone else's prescription, so why take somebody else's supplements? Viome starts with a simple at-home test, then creates custom biotics and nutrients based specifically for your body. Personalized nutrition starts here. Go to Viome.com. Use code radio today.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
My mattress is so lumpy that I fall into the crack.
I wake up every morning and I have a broken back.
But Sit and Sleep saved us from that old dust mite filled bed that we've been sleeping on.
It's Sit and Sleep's Independence Sale. Save over $1,000 off select brands and sleep interest-free for 36 months. Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price on your mattresses.
L&K's Therapy Thursday is a podcast. The stories are real, the drama is messy, and the advice is life-changing. Catch it now on the iHeartRadio app and wherever you get your podcasts. L&K's Therapy Thursday, the podcast.
Visit LearCapital.com for your free gold investment kit. That's LearCapital.com.
If your supplement routine requires a spreadsheet, we need to talk. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create precision supplements and a nutrition-based plan designed for your body. No guesswork, just science. Viome.com. Use code radio. That's Viome.com. Use code radio today.
Gold has hit record highs, and many Americans are discovering they can move part of their existing IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver without paying taxes or penalties. It's called a rollover, and Golden Crest Metals helps investors do it every day. No cash out, no complicated paperwork, no hassle. Golden Crest is a nationally recognized precious metals firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Plus, right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit and speak with a gold specialist. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Golden Crest Metals is not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. Free silver offer consists of a 10% bonus and silver applied to qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. Minimum purchase of $10,000 required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credit is in addition to customer account. Free IRA storage subject to qualifying purchase tiers. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms and conditions.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You got to give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this now.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Today kicks off the final round of matches in the group stage. Canada coach Jesse March on the opportunity his team has to clinch the top spot in Group B.
2 years ago, everybody thought I was crazy, right? That prospect at the time wouldn't be possible.
Canada would clinch its group with a win over Switzerland. Also in action today, 5-time champion Brazil and co-host Mexico.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
KFI, AM 640. More stimulating talk.
The fire trucks are getting ready to pull out of Boyle Heights.
And that means the lawyers and their BMWs are pulling in.
Just how much could the people get and how much is it going to cost you?
That's tomorrow, Monks and Merrill, on air and on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI, AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. John Kobylt Show. Moist Line is Friday, which is in 2 days. 877-MOIST-86, 877-MOIST-86, or use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. And we're live on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we have a super chat. Oscar Gonzalez, his comment, Bass said the air is not dangerous, citing that without evidence. That's right. That's what the bastards of the LA Times should have put. Without evidence, Bass claims the air is not dangerous.
No, the air is not dangerous.
Which is what the headline would have been if Trump said that. Trump claims the air is not dangerous without evidence, without substantiation. In fact, she did that at a press conference. Why didn't some ninny reporter say, how do you know it's not dangerous? How do you know that? How could you say that? You just got back here from Chicago. You don't know that. Go outside. No, go to Boyle Heights, take a deep breath, and then get back to me. But all the reporters, these are LA reporters, right? TV, internet, print, everybody. She said it's not dangerous.
No, the air is not dangerous.
What's wrong with all of you? And you producers, your anchors, you news directors, what's wrong with all of you? She says it's not dangerous. Like, it's not dangerous. God, she's got so much protection. All right, so this story in the LA Times. When the Boyle Heights fire broke out, Karen Bass was on her way to the dedication of the Barack Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. Okay, we knew that. Bass was in Ghana when the deadly inferno erupted. Bass's handling of the Palisades fires had a long-lasting negative impact on voters' opinions of her. These are the top 3 teaser lines at the top of the story. As wow, yeah, good analysis there. You think? Why would that be? Why do you think they have him? Because she was this clueless boob who abandoned the city when she was warned not to? Because she didn't tell everybody she was leaving? Karen Bass is once again dealing with blowback for being out of town when a massive fire ignited. Oh, look at this. It began burning Wednesday, hours after Bass departed. So why didn't she get on a plane and come back? I wasn't clear what the timing was exactly, like when she lifted off. And then she came back 6 o'clock on Thursday. So she got to the dedication, I guess, huh? First of all, you shouldn't leave. You shouldn't be leaving the city. There's no reason to. But this is why she got into this business, is for the travel. You know, she probably has loved travel all the time. That's why she kept going to Cuba over and over again. And you know, when I was in my 20s, I didn't have much money for travel because I was working in the lower bowels of the radio industry. You know what my salary was? First radio job I had, first full-time job.
What?
60 hours,
Yeah.
7 days a week. I worked 60 hours.
Yeah.
$140. I wasn't flying to Ghana. Karen Bass in her 20s, though. I don't know where she was getting the money. Maybe that terrorist group she belonged to was good at fundraising or maybe extorting money, but she's going to Cuba many times a year. While the scale of destruction in Boyle Heights doesn't compare to the 12 lives and thousands of homes lost, Angelenos are having flashbacks as toxic smoke hovers over parts of the region. Now, why would the LA Times say the smoke is toxic? That implies that it's dangerous smoke. We know it's not, because Karen Bass said so without substantiation, without evidence. Bass had said in an interview she rarely travels and always worries about what could happen when she does. She also chose Jaime Moore to lead the fire department because she trusts him to handle a crisis. No, because he'll cover up and lie for you, which Kristen Crowley wouldn't do. Speaking of that, Deborah just found this story. Kristen Crowley, as you know, filed a defamation lawsuit against Bass yesterday, and Bass had her office release a statement. This is another meritless lawsuit from a disgruntled individual who was removed from her position. Yeah, the woman who told you repeatedly, we're way short of money, we can't handle a big fire. The woman you lied to by disappearing, not only disappearing to Ghana, but when Crowley called her the day of the fire, Bass never admitted that she was in Ghana. And Bass landed here and told the whole world that Crowley was doing a great job. And then when Crowley started telling the truth about how unfunded the fire department was and how she told Bass they didn't have the money, that's when she got fired. See, Jaime Moore wouldn't do that. Jaime Moore's response when people said, hey, why'd Bass rewrite and lie on the investigative report? His response was, well, why do you need to know that? I'm going to bring this up every freaking day of the year. These are bad people, and they should all be out of office. We shouldn't have him as a fire chief. We shouldn't have her as mayor. We shouldn't have Nithya Raman as the alternative. I don't care how hopeless and pointless it all is. I'm going to keep reminding what you have here. Ouch! They go to this guru, Fernando Guerrera, who's director of the Center for Study of Los Angeles. We're talking about a fire. She's out of town. It completely and totally reinforces the narrative. The narrative.
I love that word.
What is that supposed to mean? It's the truth. 2 huge fires, both times out of town, worshiping a president. One in Africa, one in Chicago. With today's tech and instant communication, is it really that different when she's in Chicago making calls than at City Hall? Yeah, it's hugely different. Like in the case of the Palisades, she should have had meetings day and night for the 3 days before the fire. And then maybe maybe she should have had a meeting about the reservoir 2 months earlier. Hey, it's fire season. Is the reservoir filled? Hey, Kristen Crowley, are you going to be sending a whole squadron of fire trucks up to fire-prone areas, like in the Palisades where you just had a fire 6 days ago? Yeah. Can't do that over the phone. Oh, but who's this kiss-ass Fernando Guerrera? Why do these people always get quoted? It's always been the case for executives that symbolically it's their job to be at the point of the crisis. Not to be symbolically, to actually do the job. I want to know how this place got away with having such a fire trap that would release tons and tons of toxic chemicals into the air. Why isn't there some way that the government is mitigating this sort of danger? since they seem to mitigate, regulate everything else. All right. Got more coming up. Deborah Mark is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
The LA Fire Department says water-dropping helicopters are not needed anymore because the fire on the roof of the Lineage warehouse in Boyle Heights has been put out. LAFD Captain Milo Copes' crews are now concentrating on remaining pockets of fire inside the building while continuing to fight the fire from the outside.
We've stopped those water drops, and we're bringing the drones back in with their IR cameras to see how those water drops have taken.
They are hoping to have that fire fully contained at midnight. Air quality around East LA is still an issue, and the Air Quality Management District is keeping tabs on things. Jury deliberations are underway in the trial of the man accused of setting a fire New Year's Eve that eventually grew into the most destructive wildfire in LA history. Jonathan Rinder-Kanesh faces up to 45 years behind bars if found guilty of torching what eventually became the Palisades fire. The news is brought to you by Seller's Advantage. The Dodgers have put the money where their mouth is regarding ICE raids in L.A.
Religious, labor, and community leaders pushed the Dodgers to take a stand when ICE raids began in the Southland a year ago, which triggered widespread protests. The World Series champs denied Customs and Border agents access to Dodger Stadium and have donated more than $1 million to families and immigrants impacted by federal immigration enforcement. Another petition demanded Dodgers owner Mark Walter sell his stake in Geo Group, the prison company that also assisted in deporting immigrants. By the end of March this year, his investment firm, Guggenheim Partners, no longer owned any shares in Geo. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
A 19-year-old in Orange County has been sentenced to time served for killing a lizard and a rabbit in Ladera Ranch. The guy was arrested in 2024, pleaded guilty in March to 2 felony counts of cruelty to animals, plus enhancements for using a deadly weapon. Prosecutors say he used a knife on the lizard and a pellet gun on the rabbit. President Trump has talked about the elections in California during a stop in Pennsylvania.
Did they screw the kid, Pratt?
Trump made the comments in Pennsylvania and went on to talk about Republican candidate for governor Steve Hilton.
I called up the very powerful, very good U.S. attorney in California, and I said, do me a favor. Take a look. They're trying to steal that election, too.
He says he's the one who got Hilton in the runoff.
Had I not made that call, Steve Hilton would right now be watching the election from home.
Trump went on to talk about passing the Save America Act, which would require a government-issued ID to vote. Jason Campadonia, KFI News.
Vice President Vance has arrived in San Diego aboard Air Force Two. He touched down last night along with his wife, who's from San Diego, and their dog. The White House hasn't announced a schedule for his stay in San Diego, but he is scheduled to speak at the Richard Nixon Presidential Library in Yorba Linda tomorrow to talk about issues facing the nation and his new memoir, Communion, Finding My Way Back to Faith. And President Trump has hosted NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in the Oval Office. He says what Trump has done with Iran is important. Rutte says what Trump has done with Iran is important.
This is, first of all, about the nuclear capability Iran was basically getting its hands on.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration has reported dozens of crossings in the Strait of Hormuz since the signing and insists there will be nuclear inspections despite contradictions by Iran. We are going to go to the 710 next.
You know about Byrna, B-Y-R-N-A? I tell you about it all the time. They want you to be prepared for summer. They have a $100 off deal on the Byrna LE Gen 2. Byrna.com, B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Now, what is this about? You might already own a gun, but you pull the trigger, and now you're dealing with financial, legal, and emotional issues. Big ones. There's a smarter option. Byrna. According to the FBI, less than 0.01% of all altercations require a lethal response. You might have a safety plan that includes a gun, but that's necessary way, way less than 1% of the time. So you get a Byrna launcher. Has powerful deterrents like tear gas, kinetic rounds, a 60-foot range, and one shot can incapacitate an attacker for up to 40 minutes. No permits, no background checks. Byrna is offering $100 off the Byrna LE Gen 2. Byrna.com. Get yours while supplies last. Byrna.com.
Southland weather from KFI. We're going to have the low clouds and fog back in the morning, then sunny. Highs mid-70s to mid-80s. Metro LA around 90 in the valleys. Mid-80s to mid-90s and windy in the high desert. Around 70 for the beaches. Low to upper 70s inland OC. 80s to around 90 and windy in the IE. Right now, 76 in Laguna Woods and 81 in Rancho Santa Margarita. Crash on the 710 in Long Beach.
one's on the southbound side at Anaheim Street involving a motorcyclist. The right lane has been blocked, but it looks like they're starting to make some progress in clearing this crash. The ambulance just left, and delays, however, backing up away from Del Amo Boulevard. We're also heading out to the drive-in downtown LA. We're looking at the 110 southbound. It's actually backing up out of Elysian Park, leaving the 5. Delays ahead all the way to Manchester Avenue. Northbound slowing from the 105 heading back to the 5. And in Anaheim, East 91 slowing down from the 57 freeway all the way to Green River. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
Summer's heating up. Your wallet doesn't have to. For this month of June, American Vision Windows is offering no interest, no payments for 2 summers on new windows and doors. You don't pay anything until 2028. New windows don't just help you beat the heat. They lock in the comfort year-round. Keep you cool with air conditioning, warm with the heat in the winter, lower your energy bills, give your home a stunning upgrade your neighbors will notice. It'll also keep out all the toxic smoke, which doesn't really exist. American Vision Windows is 100% employee-owned. Every person on your project has a personal stake in getting it right. After 25 years and over 1 million windows installed, that accountability has made them the most trusted name in window replacement. American Vision Windows. New customers only. Some restrictions apply. Call or see the website for details. Offer ends June 30th. Most jobs done in a day. Beautiful new windows by evening. And again, 0 payments until 2028. AmericanVisionWindows.com. Call 888-771-2188. 888-771-2188.
You wouldn't trust a butcher to babysit your pet pig. You wouldn't trust a lumberjack to repair your antiques. Or a professional wrestler to be your massage therapist. So why would you trust anyone but AMCO to fix your car? For over 50 years, we've been the trusted experts in transmission repair.
Check out AMCO's multiple financing options, so you can fix it fast and pay it off slow.
AA MCO.
AMCO, with over 40 centers serving Southern California.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
Decades of saving. Now you're just supposed to hope the market holds up? There's a reason smart retirement investors are moving part of their IRA and 401k into physical gold and silver right now. Gold has hit record highs. The dollar is weakening, and unlike stocks, you can hold real gold in your hand. Golden Crest Metals makes it simple. A nationally recognized firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Golden Crest can help you add physical gold and silver to your retirement account tax and penalty free. And right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now to speak with a gold specialist and request your free precious metals guide. That's 888-447-7857. Again, 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Golden Crest Metals is not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. Free silver offer consists of a 10% bonus and silver applied to qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. Minimum purchase $10,000 required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credit is in addition to customer account. Free IRA storage subject to qualifying purchase tiers. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms and conditions.
Love your legs again. Feel incredible. Just call 1-800-WEST Medical.
Just Food for Dogs, the #1 vet-recommended fresh dog food. Made right here in LA.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
KFI is in your ear and on your screen. Follow us now at KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, on from 3 to 6, and we're live on YouTube. YouTube, subscribe, become a member, youtube.com/@Jon Kobylt Show. And we did a live stream this morning, so there's an extra bonus, a live stream bonus you can watch when you get a chance. We talked a lot about the communists won 3 races last night in New York City to be in Congress, and tied that into the 4 communists we have on the city council in LA, with a communist running against the sitting communist, Nithya Raman running against Karen Bass. And you read Democratic Socialists of America, they are not hiding. They are not using euphemisms. They are communists. We got a new member, 10794, became a YouTube member. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining the family. Family is a bit unbalanced. There's mental issues, but, we're a happy family here. Okay. One of the, you have to travel a bit to realize, really, really appreciate how effed up LAX is. I mean, you go there a couple times a year. It's really irritating and exhausting. But you got to go to other big cities and medium-sized cities and all the other airports. Some of them are downright pleasant. There's a minimum of you travel a fair amount. Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, there's very few in the world that are as ridiculous than LA. We all know what the issues are, but it's been bad management for decades. Okay. Political hacks running it, stupid people running it. So they had this people mover idea, and they had the funding. It's going to cost over $3 billion when it's all done, and it should be done by now. They promised for the World Cup. Remember when everybody was hyping the World Cup? Oh, there's going to be so many people coming to LA, and we can show off just how wonderful the city is, and the people mover is going to be moving people. And well, people mover has not gotten going yet. It's an electric train. It's like the electric train that was supposed to run from San Francisco to LA. They hype all this electric stuff, but they can't actually install them. The people mover has, that's something else. The people mover has yet to transport a single passenger. They have been running it since April, practice runs. And you're thinking, well, God, that's over 2 months. It's 60 days. 60 days they've been running it. However, according to the protocol, the train must run 30 consecutive days without a problem before they'll take passengers. So if it's running 60 days already, what does that tell you? Yes, they have not been able to run it 30 days in a row. In fact, they had problems, for at least the first 30, 35 days. I don't know where we are with the clock ticking, but since April 20th, nobody's been able to use this. It's only a 2.25 mile track. It's not that long. It's 10 minutes to go.
So what problems are we having?
Los Angeles Times did a long article here, and I can't seem to find what's wrong. Isn't this classic? Because I thought the same thing. They had some kind of contract dispute, and let's see, the safety and reliability. Now they don't think it's going to run till early October.
I mean, what are the test dummies falling off the tracks?
All right, here, the system contractor, LAX Integrated Express Solutions, says project impediments include airport landscaping work. See, I didn't take, when I first read that before, I didn't take that seriously. Okay, well, that's not the reason. But what they're planting bushes?
Yeah, so keep planting them. I mean, you can plant them while people are, what?
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really say approval delays and impacts from other projects. Well, what about the 30 days without a problem?
What happened?
So, I mean, are they having problems that they can't have it running 30 days? Or is it because of the landscaping or paperwork issues? Doesn't say, doesn't explain this. Who's the writer? Mac Basinger. Good job, Mac. This makes no sense. Why are they so bad? Nobody does their job anymore. They not only can't build a train, The journalists can't write about why they can't build a train. You read this article, you waste 3-4 minutes of your life, and then at the end it's like, so what's the problem? So now it's not going to begin until early October. The company doing this put out a statement. The safety and absolute reliability of the Skylink train are our highest priorities. Rigorous, exhaustive testing of all tracks, signaling systems, and vehicles. It's a 10-minute track. What's going wrong, at least? I mean, is the thing flying off the rails?
That's what I was saying.
Is it tumbling down?
The brakes aren't working.
They're spending $30 billion on upgrades to LAX. Also, there's a dispute between the company over repair work that Linksys says is not its responsibility. So something is breaking down, and the company doesn't want to pay for it. So the LA Airport Authority, I guess, doesn't want to pay for it either. So they're both fighting over who pays for the repair work, but it doesn't say what needs to be repaired, what's broken. It's a horrible article.
Did you just rip it up?
I am ripping this up. You know what? Is it legal? Probably violate some company rule. I'd like a bonfire here.
I don't think you can.
And I want to be able to throw LA Times articles into the bonfire.
That would be great on YouTube.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think of. Stuff that'll work on video.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
If I could, maybe just a little barbecue grill, and I could throw the.
Is there anybody around here that you can ask?
Eric just threw me a lighter. You want me to shut down the building? I look like an arsonist. Here I am holding a lighter, threatening to start a fire. All right. Obviously, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
Deborah Mark is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here is the latest. LA Mayor Bass has responded to that second lawsuit filed against her by fired LA Fire Department Chief Kristen Crowley, and the LA School District approves limiting students' screen time. We will have more at the top of the hour, going to the 91 next.
Lasting Smiles Dental Implants. There has never been a better time to transform your smile than the Lasting Smiles Summer Smile Special. Got that? Let me explain. If you have a mouthful of rotted, disgusting, damaged, diseased, decayed teeth, and you're putting off dental implants because it costs too much, well, I got a deal for you here that you should sign up for. You can get a free comprehensive dental exam with full 3D imaging, a custom treatment plan designed specifically for you. Payments as low as $149 a month on approved credit. $149. Because if you have rotted, decayed teeth, nobody wants to look at that. You can't smile for photos. You probably can't eat a lot of the foods you'd like. So call or mention KFI or John for the Summer Smile Special. Payments as low as $149 a month. LastingSmiles.com. Call 844-GO-SMILE. 844-GO-SMILE. 844-GO-SMILE.
From your Toyota dealer's traffic center, we make it easy. Slow on the 91 in Carson.
Eastbound delays begin all the way at Avalon, and you remain on the brakes in stretches as you continue all the way to Green River in Corona. Also looking at the 241 toll road. This is northbound slowing. It's backing up for maybe a mile before the Windy Ridge Toll Plaza as you continue ahead to the 91 freeway. And tough in Chino Hills, 71 southbound. That's loading up at Pine Avenue, heavy and slow all the way to the 91 freeway. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Fiji Airways.
Several highly regarded prospects have slipped to round 2 of the NBA draft tonight. Duke wing Isaiah Evans among them. The Rockets and Timberwolves each with 2 picks. The Lakers reportedly to lock up Austin Reeves to a 4-year extension worth $185 million. U.S. men's national team star Christian Pulisic says he hopes to be available for the group stage finale tomorrow against Turkey. He's been dealing with a calf issue. I'm Frank Aaron.
Isn't it time you booked that tropical getaway you've been dreaming of with Fiji Airways? Fly direct from LA or San Francisco to Fiji. Start your dream vacation on your way to the beautiful islands of Fiji. For details, visit FijiAirways.com or head to your local travel agent. Conditions apply.
This report is sponsored by Viome. That cabinet full of supplements, your body might not need half of them. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create personalized probiotics and nutrition plan based on your biology. Real science, real answers, real personalization. Check out Viome.com. Use code radio today.
Hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Don't wait. Call Sweet James for a free case review at 800-9-MILLION or visit sweetjames.com. Offices throughout California, including Los Angeles. No guarantee of results. Past outcomes do not predict future outcomes.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at perkspass.com.
Hi, this is Dave Roberts. Heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, that's a risk. That's why everyone needs a medical emergency kit at urgentcarekit.com/blue.
Lose the weight. Feel incredible. Just call 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
Hey, y'all, it's Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. If you're still drinking and bathing in your city's harsh tap water, it is time to upgrade to a LifeSource whole house water system. It's the essential home appliance. And right now, during their summer special, LifeSource is paying your sales tax. That's up to $1,000 off a new system, but only through July 4th. Call their factory today at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
What happens next after the Garden Grove tank leak? Go to OPOLaw.com.
Please be advised. You may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, bean sprouts, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
Wait, what? I thought those were good for me.
Turns out not for everyone, because what's healthy for one person can cause inflammation for another. And the only way to really know what your body needs is to listen to it.
Listen how?
That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to understand what's happening inside you right now. When your results come in, you'll learn exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and which supplements are right for you, all based on the world's largest RNA-based human biology database and thousands of clinical research studies. And many people who use Viome report more energy, better digestion, and a better mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase. Viome. Trust your gut.
July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250. The Great American State Fair, July 4th.
Don't let the June gloom fool you. Whether it's cool or hot, termites are still active. Droppings and discarded wings are signs of an infestation. Call Pacific Coast Termite for a free inspection. Get our no tent, no move out treatment with a 2-year warranty. Call 800-PACIFIC. Some restrictions apply.
Clean out your closet, donate your clothes, and earn rewards with Trashy. Send your clothes somewhere better and get cash back on every bag. Get unlimited take-back bags all year for just $48. Trashy. Clean out, donate, earn.
Carrie and Shannon.
I think you
things from the past.
I think you would make a good steward of the crossing over. Like if you go before I go, I think I would like to look up at my ceiling and see you. And you're like, it's cool, it's chill up here. And I'd be like, okay. I would trust that.
Tomorrow, 9 to noon on KFI AM 640.
You don't want me bedside. You want me already dead.
Yeah, to help with my transition.
That's nice. I appreciate that. I can't do that from here.
You're pretty calming, dead or alive, I bet.
Go to the oak tree.
Go to the oak tree.
More stimulating talk. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Coming up on the next Gary and Shannon show.
Everybody likes to have a little nibble when they're traveling on the airplane, but this guy tried to eat the other passenger. Terror in the Skies is coming up on the next Gary and Shannon show.
Does that sound like a bite? The Gary and Shannon show starts tomorrow at 9.
Can I just,
Now you can go.
John Kobylt Show, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Did you hear about this Iranian singer? I have a question to ask everybody about Deborah in just a moment.
What?
This Iranian singer, her name is Parastu Ahmadi, and she has been sentenced for performing at a concert without wearing a hijab. And now she can't leave the country for 2 years. She's banned from performing. So is everybody in her band. Didn't wear the hijab. She was just wearing a simple black dress. You could see this new regime in Iran. A bunch of humanitarians. You know what she was sentenced to?
What?
74 lashes.
Ooh.
What kind of a ooh was that?
I mean, that hurts.
Was that an ooh of anticipation?
No, that's ooh, like an ouch.
Like, ooh. 74 lashes for performing without a hijab. And so I was thinking,
yeah,
the over-under, if I took you to Iran for a weekend, how many lashes before they'd let you leave? Eric has a bid. Hold on.
She'd honestly probably talk her way out of it, and they'd get so annoyed and they'd just send her back.
They'd start lashing themselves.
Be quiet already. Be quiet.
Just make her stop. Here.
I'll lash them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always veer right. You teeter right on the edge of
I do, but
stuff.
I come out okay.
All right. I'd say minimum 100 lashes. I don't think you'd get along with all those.
You don't think so?
No.
I think you're correct.
But because you would tell them exactly what you think.
Yes, I know. I do that, and it's gotten me in trouble in the past.
You wouldn't hold back.
No, it's very hard for me to hold back.
You tell a bunch of Iranian clerics exactly what you think of them.
What? I can't wear this?
Oh, yeah. Some of your outfits? Some of those leopard outfits?
I love leopard.
Yeah. You know, the new Ayatollah, who's the son of the old Ayatollah, he's according...
he wears leopard?
He might. He supposedly is gay.
Ah.
Which really has to be a tough message to bring home when your dad's the Ayatollah.
I'm sure he gets some lashes then.
Anyway, an Iranian court sentenced her to Parastu Ahmadi 74 lashes. She was singing patriotic folk songs. She was under a caption of a video, "I'm a Parastu, a girl who wants to sing for the people I love. This is a right I could not ignore. Singing for the land I love passionately, not good enough."
Why can't the men wear those? Let's see how they feel being covered up from head to toe.
I don't understand any religions where the women have to cover themselves up completely and the men are wearing strange hats. There's a number of religions like that. It's
that's why I'm not religious. I can't stand it.
Yeah, really. Why is it being religious means you have to wear bizarre clothing? I don't understand. Good. You think that offended everybody?
Yes.
All right. That's what we're here for. When we come back, we're going to have Deborah's news. Oh, Michael Gates is coming on. Michael Gates is running for Attorney General to replace the corrupt Rob Bonta. And Department of Justice yesterday announced charges against 455 defendants in this Medicare and Medicaid fraud. California had more than its share. Was Rob Bonta involved in any of this? Talk about it with Michael Gates. We have Deborah Mark, the unlashed Deborah Mark,
right,
live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
Bass responds. I'm Deborah Mark, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA Mayor Bass has responded to a second lawsuit filed against her by former LA Fire Department Chief Kristen Crowley. This one accuses Bass of defamation in comments made about Crowley's handling of the Palisades fire last year. Bass's office has released a statement saying it's another meritless lawsuit from a disgruntled individual who was removed from her position. Crowley's suit alleges Bass kept making untrue statements again and again. In February, Crowley brought a retaliation suit against the city a year after Bass removed her as LAFD chief. Fire crews have moved closer to putting out the fire at a cold storage warehouse in Boyle Heights. Crews are eliminating flames on the roof, allowing firefighters to focus on smoldering hotspots inside the damaged Lineage Logistics facility. The fire department is hoping that it will be fully contained by midnight. LA County DA Hochman wants residents to leave fireworks to the pros and not shoot off guns to celebrate the country's 250th anniversary.
A reminder from Hochman, all fireworks are illegal in the county, and anyone caught making, selling, buying, or setting them off will be prosecuted.
They're going ahead and they're engaging in illegal fireworks and explosives at a level in this county that is absolutely both unfathomable and incredibly dangerous.
He also announced charges against 4 people facing up to 17 years after 8,500 pounds of fireworks, enough to blow up a neighborhood or office building, were seized from a facility in East LA. Mark Ronner, KFI News.
The news is brought to you by American Vision Windows. The LA School District Board of Education has appointed Andres Chait as the new superintendent. Chait's been serving as acting superintendent since Alberto Carvalho was put on leave in February during an FBI investigation. Carvalho resigned last Sunday. The LA School District has approved limiting students' screen time.
That includes banning screens entirely before second grade. The LA Board of Education gave final approval to the policy on Tuesday. There will be a screen time limit of 20 minutes, including for homework assignments in second and third grade. In fourth and fifth grade, it will increase to 30 minutes. For middle school students, it's 1 hour for each class spread throughout the week. For high school students, it will be an hour and a half for each class spread throughout the week. The in-school screen time ban for preschool through first grade begins with the new school year in August, while the limits for other grades begin in November. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
Police created a little shock and awe for a pot bust in Southern California.
Santa Ana police and state police busted out the doors and windows while serving a search warrant for illegal pot distribution in a rented building. The owner says they also threw in some flashbang grenades around noon yesterday because people were hiding in the bathroom. He says he rented the place believing it would be used for storage and had no idea the tenants were involved in drugs. He gave access to the just raided place where vape pens and other materials were found. Nearly a half dozen people were arrested. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
Voters in Southern California will get a say on a proposed constitutional amendment to require audits of programs funded by new taxes and restrict certain tax increases in the future. California Secretary of State Shirley Weber says the initiative has gathered enough valid signatures to qualify for the November general election. Cal OES says that earthquake early warning system gave more than 1 million people advance notice before a 5.6 magnitude quake hit in Northern California this morning. It estimates hundreds of thousands more people got wireless emergency alerts on devices that have integrated earthquake early warning alert software built into their operating systems. The quake, centered in the Mendocino Range, was felt across wide areas of Northern California just after 8 this morning, including the San Francisco Bay Area and Sacramento. And the California Science Center has announced the opening day for its new 20-story vertical display of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. It will open to the public November 13th. The new Samuel Ocean Air and Space Center was unveiled today. Project Director Dennis Jenkins tells NBC LA it has the space shuttle in launch position.
This is a view that nobody really has ever gotten. Even at the Space Center when we were launching them, when we were vertical, we almost always had platforms and buildings around these vehicles. So you never really got to stand back and look at them.
Endeavour is attached to a pair of real solid rocket boosters and the last remaining flight qualified external tank. Endeavour made 25 successful missions to space between 1992 and 2011. Heading over to the 5 next.
GiveMeTheVin.com gives you the most money for your used car, period. It's that simple. Sell your car for the most money, from $2,000 to $200,000. GiveMeTheVin.com will be there for you. You go to the site and you put in your VIN number or license plate number, 60-second bid process, pressure-free service, free pickup. GiveMeTheVin.com. Get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Southland weather from KFI. Low clouds and fog again tomorrow morning, then sunny. Highs mid-70s to mid-80s. Metro LA. Around 90 in the valleys, mid-80s to mid-90s, and windy in the high desert. Around 70 for the beaches. Low to upper 70s inland OC, 80s to around 90 and windy in the IE. Right now, 75 in Tustin, 64 Laguna Beach, 86 in Chatsworth, and 80 in Van Nuys. The KFI Financial Update brought to you by Supersure, supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform. All your business insurance in one place. The Dow closed up 182. S&P 500 down 7. NASDAQ down 110. Crash on the 5 in Santa Ana.
This is on the northbound side, just before Main Street. A wreck involving a motorcycle has that right lane blocked, and big delays are backing up all the way out of Irvine, getting away from about Alton Parkway. Been pretty close to Alton Parkway. Now, we're also looking at the 91. Delays overall out of Carson, eastbound slowing from Avalon Boulevard all the way to Green River. And we're also checking out Santa Monica. The 10 eastbound loading up at 20th Street. Tough across Mid-City all the way to the 5 in Boyle Heights. And you're slowing in Pasadena, 210 eastbound, leaving the 134 freeway. Delays and stretches all the way to Foothill Boulevard. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
Want up to $25,000 in free silver? When you make a qualifying purchase through Golden Crest Metals, you can receive up to $25,000 in real silver added to your account. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offers a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-690-8974. 800-690-8974.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Jon Kobylt Show, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We're on from 3 to 6. And after 6 o'clock, Jon Kobylt Show on demand. That's the podcast. And you can listen to what you missed. And we're live on YouTube. I don't see me on YouTube, but we are live on YouTube. Get to it. Subscribe, become a member, youtube.com/@Jon Kobylt Show. And today we did a special bonus live stream at 11 a.m. this morning. There I am, 11 a.m. this morning. So you could listen to that. And we tell you what you need to know about the incoming communist wave that washed over New York City last night. They're going to get 3 new communist congresspersons. Not good at grammar. And here in LA, we already have 4 DSA members on the city council, and they are communists. In fact, on the live stream, we went through their words, what they have on their platform after they had their big national conference, and we read the words of the candidates in New York. So they are clearly, unabashedly communists. They're not afraid of talking in those terms, and what they want to bring is revolution. And, they get in Congress, even if it's just 3 more, I think there's 3 now, that'll be 6. If the Democrats have a very tight majority, they won't be able to get anything passed unless they cave into the demands of these newly found communists. It really could have an impact on the whole country. It's not exaggerated. We'll tell you about it. Now, let's go to Michael Gates. Michael Gates is running for California Attorney General as a Republican, former city attorney in Huntington Beach for a long time. And this week, Department of Justice charged 455 defendants in 45 states for Medicare and Medicaid fraud. Fair number here in California, of course. We are the fraud capital of America. Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
I wonder the same thing you wonder. Why isn't this done by Rob Bonta, the California Attorney General? How come he doesn't police all the fraud that we're facilitating?
It's absolutely shocking. And he's been in office for 5 years. He was appointed by Newsom as an appointment he's an appointed Attorney General. That occurred in 2021. Newsom put him there knowing that he was a career politician, not a real lawyer. He does have a JG. He went to law school, but he was in the legislature for 10 years. He gets appointed by Newsom. He's a political appointment. And ever since then, over the past 5 years since he was appointed, he's been running cover for corruption and running interference on truth and justice and criminal justice. Over the past 5 years, we've seen waste, fraud, and abuse balloon in California to nearly $500 billion. And we're hearing stories of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fraudulent hospice locations, fraudulent in-home healthcare locations, fraud in the homeless industrial complex. And it's all because Rob Bonta is not doing his job. And so the feds are having to come into California and clean up California, whether it's on this fraud issue, even on the elections issue, John. Just look at what Bill Asaley from Central District has had to do from the federal government to go into LA and start investigating and prosecuting those who were, eliciting votes for money. So there's literally fraud and corruption everywhere in California. Rob Bonta is supposed to be the watchdog in charge of making sure that we are a lawful society, that there's law and order throughout, California, and he's been completely lawless. And so the feds are coming in, and we're a target-rich environment for the feds. Why? Because Rob Bonta has literally done nothing for years. It's absolutely shocking. We are making headlines in California every day of the week. It seems national headlines in California every day of the week. And the feds I think they're scratching their head wondering what the heck is going on in California. We are becoming a third world country because we are so lawless. And it's all at the hands of Rob Bonta. People point the finger at Newsom, but no, it's Rob Bonta. We're letting Bonta get away with all of this by pointing the finger at Newsom. This is Rob Bonta's fault.
Normally, somebody like Bonta would be prosecuting this fraud just for self-preservation purposes. Otherwise, he's wide open to somebody like you making it a constant campaign issue. Just do it to preserve your own job. That's what I don't understand. What's the upside of ignoring all the corruption?
Here's another dimension to the Rob Bonta corruption issue. He spent $500,000 on white-collar criminal defense attorneys because the feds were asking him too many tough questions. And then he's got friends who have been federally indicted. So former Mayor Sheng Tao of Oakland was a dear friend of his. She was federally indicted and had to step down. And then you look at the former mayor of Arcadia, what's her name? Eileen Wang. She was that Chinese operative who was sent here by China to influence high-level officials like Rob Bonta. And then Andy Duong, who was the one who was making all these campaign contributions to Bonta's campaign over the years to the tune of nearly $200,000 in donations. He was federally indicted. So all of Bonta's friends, it seems, are federally indicted. This guy, and then he spends $500,000 on his own criminal defense attorney. So look, all of this is going to come out in the campaign, but people got to know Rob Bonta is bad for California. He is a bad actor, and he is lawless himself. He is running from the law in his own right by hiring the criminal defense attorneys. How do we expect him to police the law and police public safety and police crime here in California when he's got his own problems? I mean, it's just shocking to me that people haven't woken up sooner to who this guy is. But it's shocking to me that he got as many votes as he did in the June 2nd primary. I mean, we're gonna take it to him. We're gonna hold him accountable in my campaign, and people are going to be made aware of how bad he is for California. But I mean, John, this is awful, just absolutely awful.
I am astonished that they think they're so bulletproof that no corruption that they're involved in, no corruption that they refuse to investigate will matter to the voters, that they'll get their reelection bids rubber stamped. None of this matters to them. They think that they're protected.
Well, I mean, to some extent they are, right? Because the one-party rule that we've had for nearly 20 years, there's no checks and balances in Sacramento. Nobody's asking, what's going on across the hallway. Nobody's asking the tough questions about what's going on over there. I mean, they're all covering for each other. And that's why Newsom put him into office in 2021. Again, he was an appointed attorney general. He would not have gotten elected in 2021 had he been put to the vote of the people. So Newsom put him there for a reason, and it's to cover for corruption, and he's been doing a darn good job for the past 5 years.
Does seem like Newsom's running a mobster operation. Can you hang on? When we come back, I want to talk about Alberto Carvalho, the LA Unified Superintendent who quit the other day. 4 months ago, he was put on leave. FBI raids on his home earlier this year. It was some scandalous business adventure that he was involved in, and I guess it's a real case because he finally quit on Sunday night. We're going to talk with more with Michael Gates coming up in just a moment, who's running as an attorney general candidate Republican against the corrupt Rob Bonta. Deborah Mark is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here is the latest. The LA School District names a new superintendent to replace Alberto Carvalho, who resigned. People affected by the LA area wildfires will continue to get federal housing assistance. We'll have more at the bottom of the hour. We're going to go to the 10 next.
Lasting Smiles Dental Implants. Transform your smile with the Lasting Smiles Summer Smile Special. Now, what's this about? Well, if you have one of those mouths that are filled with disgusting, damaged, rotted teeth, it's all decayed in there, smells a lot. People don't want to look at that. They don't. It upsets them. Well, you go to Lasting Smiles, you get a free comprehensive dental exam, full 3D imaging, custom treatment plan, and the payments, you can do this, $149 a month on approved credit. $149 a month, and you got a beautiful smile. That's right. People are going to want to talk with you again. And you're going to be able to pose in family photos again. Mention KFI or John, Summer Smile Special. That's what you'll get. LastingSmiles.com. 844-GO-SMILE. 844-GO-SMILE. 844-GO-SMILE.
From your Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. Slow on the 10 in Pomona.
Eastbound delays are backing up away from the 57 freeway and taking you ahead. It's pretty heavy all the way to Indian Hill. Now, also in that same area, I had reports of a possible fire starting up along the hillside along the 10 near Fairplex. So if you see some smoke out there, pound 250, keyword KFI traffic. We're also getting reports of a crash on the 605. This is at Del Amo Boulevard in Long Beach. It's on the southbound side. Couple cars got into it. It appears that everyone's off to the right shoulder. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
Celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
This is Sarah Spain with the latest from iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Capital One.
Seattle Storm rookie Flau'jae Johnson will join Unrivaled on a multi-year playing contract after back-to-back NIL deals with the league. She'll debut in the 3-on-3 League's third season next winter. Meantime, Dallas Wings rookie AZ Fudd has signed on to play with Project B, the new global basketball league that will launch its first season in December. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast. Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. With the Venture X card from Capital One, you can enjoy easy-to-use premium benefits like a $300 annual Capital One travel credit when you book through Capital One Travel. Plus, you'll earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. The Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This report is sponsored by Wild Rivers in Irvine. Wild Rivers is now open daily with over 25 slides and attractions for thrill seekers and lazy river chillers. Visit wildrivers.com for great values on season passes and daily tickets. That's wildrivers.com. Wild Rivers, where there's sun and fun for everyone.
This is Jacob Emrani. When you need help after an accident, I'm here for you.
Accident or injury, call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at perkspass.com.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
Just Food for Dogs, the #1 vet-recommended fresh dog food. Made right here in LA.
Hi, this is Dave Roberts. Heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, that's a risk. That's why everyone needs a medical emergency kit at urgentcarekit.com/blue.
Experience Vegas without the guesswork with the all-inclusive experience at Luxor and Excalibur. Your room, meals, drinks with every meal, and a show are covered. One price from $330 plus tax for 2 guests. Vegas simplified. Book now at mgmresorts.com.
Gold and silver recently hit record highs, then pulled back. So are metals still a good buy? Many experts say yes. Gold remains a long-standing hedge for wealth protection. Visit learcapital.com for a free gold kit. learcapital.com, learcapital.com.
50 states, 1 national mall, 2 weeks of freedom. The Great American State Fair opens June 25th in Washington, D.C. All 50 states. Live music and rodeo, innovation, arts, culture, and American patriotism. Every day brings a new theme celebrating the best of who we are, capped by the largest fireworks display in the world on July 4th. This is for every American. Admission is free. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair. Be there.
Clean out your closet, donate your clothes, and earn rewards with Trashy. Send your clothes somewhere better and get cash back on every bag. Get unlimited take-back bags all year for just $48. Trashy. Clean out, donate, earn.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Thursday night at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
It's a busy day at the World Cup as the final round of group play gets underway. Switzerland takes down Canada 2-1, but both countries will advance to the knockout stage. In Bosnia-Herzegovina beats Qatar 3-1, setting themselves up with a chance to advance.
As they dream about a spot in the last 32 of the World Cup.
There are 4 more matches on the schedule today.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
The fire trucks are getting ready to pull out of Boyle Heights. And that means the lawyers and their BMWs are pulling in. Just how much could the people get and how much is it going to cost you?
That's tomorrow, Monks and Merrill, on air and on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Yes, John Kobylt Show. Follow us on John Kobylt Radio, at John Kobylt Radio. We're live on YouTube right now, and we continue with Michael Gates, who's running for Attorney General against the corrupt Rob Bonta, running as a Republican. Let's talk about about Alberto Carvalho. He resigned as the LAUSD superintendent. There's a federal investigation tied to some business deal where he paid $3 million in tax money to a company for a AI chatbot, and I guess the chatbot didn't work. The company fell apart. The CEO is being prosecuted, and Carvalho had his homes raided. Is this another something Rob Bonta ought to be investigating that should have discovered early on?
Absolutely. And just another situation where we see hard-earned taxpayer money lost at the hands of government officials, and the feds are coming in to hold those individuals accountable. So, as you mentioned, Carvalho's under federal investigation. That's the FBI. He's been under investigation that we know of for at least 4 months. There was a raid on his home 4 months ago. He was put on administrative leave. And this is precisely the kind of thing that Rob Bonta probably knew about, because I will tell you, I mentioned the waste, fraud, and abuse of nearly $500 billion that's amassed over the past 5 years under Bonta. Well, the state auditor report came out and said that Bonta and Newsom had received word years earlier that waste, fraud, and abuse had been occurring, and Bonta specifically, deliberately did nothing about it. So all of this, look, and many people have said, well, I've been out on the campaign trail now for a little over 6 months. So many people have described California as a criminal enterprise. And why is that? And then people say, oh, Governor Newsom's got to go and he better not run for president. I keep telling people, look, this is not Newsom's lane. This is Bonta's lane. If the Attorney General had been doing his job all of these years, the past 5 years, first of all, we wouldn't have the waste, fraud, and abuse that nearly amounts to $500 billion. But then this Carvalho guy, he probably never would have thought he could have gotten away with this. But he knows nobody's watching. He knows the Attorney General, if he does ever hear about it, he's going to look the other way. And so there is crime that's running rampant throughout California, white-collar crime, basically by government officials, frankly, and those associated with government officials. They're getting away with murder, and they're robbing the taxpayer. And frankly, in instances like the homeless industrial complex and the hospice care, robbing and depriving those who are in need of those services from those services. So, I mean, this is just shocking. This is a third world country. This is Banana Republic type stuff. Rob Bonta is absolutely culpable. And we really need California to wake up and realize you just can't, for political purposes, blame Newsom. This is absolutely Rob Bonta's responsibility. And we have got to hold him accountable in this next election.
He is elected separately. He might be from the same party, but he's elected separately, and he's supposed to act independently of his party and his governor. The governor is not his boss. He has to investigate the governor if there's a reason to.
That's right. He's independent. And I think a lot of people think, too, well, if you're the Attorney General, you're just the lawyer for the governor. That's absolutely not true. The Attorney General has a lot of independent authority, and in fact, it's a tremendous amount of independent authority. If you look at Article 5, Section 13 of the California Constitution, not only is he the chief legal counsel for all state agencies, he's responsible for investigating crime as well. He actually has purview, John, believe this or not, he has purview over all 58 county sheriff's departments and purview over all 58 district attorney's offices throughout the state of California. So he is the top law enforcement officer in the state of California. And he is squarely responsible for all of the crime that we see in California, whether it's the violent crime running through our streets, the streets of LA, or the white-collar crime that we're seeing from government officials, where they're defrauding the public, they're stealing taxpayer dollars. I mean, this is all Rob Bonta's responsibility, and it is entirely his fault. He is not holding these individuals accountable. And yes, he does know about it ahead of time. He could never claim he never knew about it. That is absolutely false. There's way too much information flow throughout the governments and between the government agencies. He knows about this stuff. And the state auditor just a few weeks ago called him out on that no, you knew about this waste, fraud, and abuse for years, and you did nothing about it.
He's supposed to be our lawyer, not the governor's lawyer. It's supposed to be the lawyer for the people. Thank you very much, Michael Gates, and we'll talk again soon. Running for Attorney General against corrupt Rob Bonta. We'll talk again. Thanks a lot. When we come back, there is no limit to the depravity of our justice system in California. It looks like you can be found guilty. Actually, you could plead guilty to incest with your own daughter and still not go to state prison. You could plead guilty to felony incest. This is a sad story, but it's an infuriating story, and you have to hear it because I have never seen, this is the collapse of a normal society. Now dads can have their way with their daughters, and nothing serious is going to happen to them. Wait till you hear about this judge. What a piece of work. Deborah Mark is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
The LA School District has appointed Andres Chait as the new superintendent. He's been serving as acting superintendent since Alberto Carvalho was placed on leave in February during an FBI investigation. Carvalho resigned on Sunday. People affected by the LA area wildfires will continue to get federal housing assistance to rebuild, as FEMA has approved an extension of disaster aid requested by officials in California. Under the approval, FEMA has extended the Individuals and Households Program housing assistance period for eligible homeowners through July 9th of 2027. The agency also approved a 3-month extension of assistance for eligible renters through October 9th of 2026. An elderly woman who works as a hot dog vendor is recovering from an attack in downtown LA, which was caught on video.
I was speechless. I couldn't even see the whole thing.
Constantino Garcia tells KTLA a woman approached his 62-year-old mom last week and started yelling at her.
Trying to intimidate her and extort her for money, telling her she needed a permit to sell, which my mom does have. After she didn't get her way and tried to extort my mom, she said, go back to Mexico. And she said some racist remarks.
The woman then poured hot sauce on Arabelia Martinez's cart. The vendor responded by tossing a chili powder on the woman, and that's when the beating started. Bystanders stopped it. Cops say they're trying to identify the attacker. Plans to build what would be the largest AI data center in California are now on hold.
The Imperial Valley Data Center in rural Imperial County would be 1 million square feet. Imperial Valley Computer Manufacturing calls it a hyperscale facility for advanced AI and machine learning operations. After 2 months of public backlash, county supervisors who approved initial plans for the land needed now have put a 45-day moratorium on data centers. The supervisors reversed their decision last week after an hour of public comment in which several residents railed against the mega data center. Amy King, KFI News.
Skeeter spraying is going on in the San Gabriel Valley.
The San Gabriel Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District is halfway through its mosquito control treatments in parts of Monterey Park. Truck-mounted sprayers will be out one more time tonight between midnight and 5 a.m. The Aqua Duet aerosol contains sumithrin and prolethrin, which simulate chrysanthemum flowers. Officials say it's mostly harmless to humans and it's water-based, so it shouldn't harm cars or homes. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
President Trump says he will not sign a bipartisan piece of legislation that would have reformed the housing market until the Safe America Act is passed. The bill aims to promote new home construction and bars private equity from firms buying homes. House Democratic Caucus Vice Chair Ted Lieu of California blasted the move from the president.
Did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Is he unable to stay awake today? What's causing him to chicken out again? Is it Taco Wednesday?
The Save America Act would require proof of citizenship to vote, which critics say could make registering to vote costly and cumbersome for those who have changed their names. We're going to go to the 91 next.
When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's their finish line. Handshake, commission, they're done. See ya. And you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, and so do the gaps in your insurance, the risk you're still taking. Listen to me. SuperSure is the way to go. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, the CFO, the HR manager, the whole thing can be too complex to buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. SuperSure.com. You can access tools like fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English, so you can see what's covered and what's not, so you can understand the whole thing. Plus, a business value calculator, so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs protecting. Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, and all your policies in one place. Supersure.com, supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Southland weather from KFI, low clouds and fog again in the morning, then sunny, highs mid-70s to mid-80s. Metro LA around 90 in the valleys, mid-80s to mid-90s and windy in the high desert, around 70 at the beaches, low to upper 70s inland. OC, 80s to around 90 and windy in the IE. Right now, 71 in San Juan Capistrano and 76 in Staten. Car fire, 91 Compton.
Along the eastbound side at the Wilmington off-ramp, blocking a couple lanes on that ramp, and 91 eastbound is backing up all the way from the 110 freeway. Once you make your way past the Wilmington off-ramp, the drive is still crowded and remains pretty heavy all the way into Cerritos. Let's also take a look at the 710. This is northbound getting out of Long Beach. Delays away from Anaheim Street, and it remains pretty heavy and slow in stretches as you continue ahead all the way to Firestone Boulevard. Very slow on the 5 southbound getting out of Burbank from Alameda all the way to the 605. And in Corona, southbound side of the 15, delays off of the 91 freeway towards Wyrick Road. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
Gold has hit record highs, and many Americans are discovering they can move part of their existing IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver without paying taxes or penalties. It's called a rollover, and Golden Crest Metals helps investors do it every day. No cash out, no complicated paperwork, no hassle. Golden Crest is a nationally recognized precious metals firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Plus, right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit and speak with a gold specialist. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Golden Crest Metals is not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. Free silver offer consists of a 10% bonus and silver applied to qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. Minimum purchase of $10,000 required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credit is in addition to customer account. Free IRA storage subject to qualifying purchase tiers. See GoldenCrestMetals.com for full terms and conditions.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Love your legs again. Feel incredible. Just call 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
Visit LearCapital.com for your free gold investment kit. That's LearCapital.com.
Hi, this is Dave Roberts. Heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, that's a risk. That's why everyone needs a medical emergency kit at urgentcarekit.com/blue.
What if this weekend was different? What if you didn't just live with stress or anxiety? What if you actually did something about it? What if you could change your life in just 2 days? You can. At the Dianetics Seminar, based on Dianetics, the modern science of mental health, you'll learn and apply powerful techniques designed to free yourself from emotional and physical burdens holding you back. It's hands-on, and you'll put the tools to work immediately. In a single weekend, you can relieve stress, reduce anxiety, and take charge of your mental health. Make this the weekend that changes everything. Go to Dianetics.org/seminar. That's Dianetics.org/seminar.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeartRadio station.
Stand by. AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. John Kobylt Show. We're on 3 to 6, after 6, the podcast. So you can listen to what you missed on the iHeart app. John Kobylt Show On Demand. Live on YouTube. You subscribe, become a member at youtube.com/@John Kobylt Show. And become a member. We put out a live stream. You could still watch it without being a member, but you should become a member. And we did a special live stream this morning at 11 o'clock. Talked about the incoming communists in New York City and the existing communists serving on the LA City Council here in Los Angeles. You really should listen to it. The thing I like about doing a live stream is I can spend a lot more time on more details. And we could go down the path of understanding how we've gotten infiltrated. It's like a fungus. It is like an infection, and it's here. And, it's really because of a lack of participation on Election Day. I read in one of the congressional districts in New York City where a communist won the primary and is going to win in November. There's 750,000 residents in this congressional district, and only 66,000 people voted. And then out of that, all you need is 50% to win. 750,000 residents, and only 66,000 voted. And this is how the communists, the DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, this is what they're doing. They're targeting low turnout races. This is what George Gascon's financiers did. Either low turnout or races where people aren't paying much attention, and they slip in the communists. Oh, anyway, I talked a lot about that this morning on the live stream. Now, this is terribly disgusting and disturbing. And like when I was giving you the dog stories on Skid Row yesterday, I apologize, but you have to know what's going on here. It's so far gone. There's a man, Stephen Vincent Chavez. He's 41 years old, from Moore Park, and he got drunk with his daughter, Michaela Settles. Michaela was staying at his home. It was a family gathering. People were drinking. Then the dad, Chavez, bought some more alcohol for himself and more alcohol for his daughter. And after drinking all day, Chavez then had sex with her. Intercourse. Incest. This so traumatized the girl, she ended up committing suicide. This happened in July of 2025. And Chavez pled guilty. So he wasn't contesting this. But the Ventura County Superior Court judge named Dusty Kawai ignored the prosecution's sentencing recommendation. The prosecution wanted 3 years, which is the maximum sentence. So incest only gets you 3 years in a state prison. And Kawai said, no, that's too much. Why be so harsh? Incest that led to a suicide. In December, she killed herself. Intentionally gets her drunk. So he pled guilty to a felony count of incest, and now he's only going to get one year in the county jail. And you know what that means. He'll probably be out in 6 months. I don't know if he served any time awaiting trial, but, with all the credits, and the prosecutors say, well, they're looking to see if there's other charges, but incest was the only felony charge supported by law, evidence, and admissible facts. Kawai, another Democrat, by the way, he'd gotten criticized a couple of years ago because he took 2 years off a sentence for a driver in Oxnard who killed 2 people driving 108 miles an hour. So some guy's going 108 in Oxnard, kills 2 people, and this Dusty Kawai gave him a discount. And now we've got this incest father getting a year in county jail instead of 3 years in prison. Oh, he's going to be on probation, too. Well, he won't be able to have sex with his daughter again because she already killed herself. And I'm really irritated with this mealy-mouthed statement from the deputy DA, Tessa McCarty. While we respect the court's decision, we continue to believe a state prison sentence is warranted. What do you mean you respect the court's decision? Why don't you say the truth? You can't respect a judge who, when given a case where a man is admitting that he had sex with his own daughter, he's admitting this. There's no ambiguity about the evidence. There's no ambiguity about the guilty plea. What do you mean you respect the decision? This decision is perverted. It's horrendous. It's deviant. It's sick. By the way, I didn't know that incest only gets you 3 years. Did Scott Wiener get a hold of this law too? Because there's no sexual deviance that Scott Wiener doesn't want to downgrade in terms of prison time. Felony becomes a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor becomes a parking ticket. The sicker the sexual offense, the more Scott Wiener, the state senator, wants to water down the punishment. I don't know if that's why it was only 3 years. I mean, I would have thought incest with your daughter, she kills herself, that's got to be 20 years, right? That's what I thought. A year in jail. Going to get out in half the time, I'm sure. Dusty, what's this guy's name? Dusty Kawai. Superior Court judge. So I guess he runs for re-election at some point. Kawai, Dusty Kawai. Oh, my God. What an atrocity he is, huh? Imagine this. Every day there's something new, and you realize our California society never bottoms out. More coming up. Deborah Mark, live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here is the latest. Fire crews say that they're getting closer to putting out that fire in Boyle Heights, and officials at Hollywood Burbank Airport say they're expanding efforts to crack down on human trafficking. We'll have more at the top of the hour, going to the 5 next.
AI is getting smarter every day, and so are the hackers using it. The hackers are breaking into all these AI systems. Your bank account, your retirement, your savings account, everything's at risk. Because this is kind of scary to realize, but it's true. Most of your financial assets exist as numbers on a screen. And the more digital everything gets, the more exposed you are. That's why smart investors are turning to Noble Gold Investments to secure physical gold held in your hands. Man, it feels good. Or you can have it in a tax-advantaged retirement account. So protect what you've worked for at noblegoldinvestments.com, noblegoldinvestments.com. Mention my name, get a free gold coin with a qualified account. Noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny tomorrow, high 70s to mid 90s. This report brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals from your Toyota Dealers Traffic Center. We make it easy. Crash on the 5 in Valencia.
This is on the southbound side. It's just past Magic Mountain Parkway. It's been blocking the left lane with a backup away from Highway 126. The Grapevine. This is a crash on the 5 northbound before Grapevine Road. 2 middle lanes are blocked and delays are backing up for almost 5 miles. And that's going to take you just about 40 minutes to make. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? One lucky Perks Pass community member could win airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then help shape what's next in the Perks Pass community. Perkspass.com. Enter today.
Hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking accident? Call Sweet James for a free case review. 809-million and sweetjames.com. Offices throughout California, including Los Angeles. Results not guaranteed and cannot predict future outcomes.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
This report is sponsored by Viome. If your supplement routine requires a spreadsheet, we need to talk. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create precision supplements and a nutrition-based plan designed for your body. No guesswork, just science. Viome.com. Use code RADIO. That's Viome.com. Use code RADIO today.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide, with a projected $5 billion industry by 2033. Looking to be part of this exciting growth? Crush Yard offers a unique franchise opportunity, redefining the pickleball experience with indoor court, exceptional dining, craft drinks, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard, Pickleball Bar and Lounge.
LNK's Therapy Thursday is now a podcast. One confession can turn into a full-on phone explosion. Hear the drama, the heartbreak, and the advice everyone's talking about on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. LNK's Therapy Thursday, the podcast.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
Visit LearCapital.com for your free gold investment kit. That's LearCapital.com.
Clean out your closet, donate your clothes, and earn rewards with Trashy. Send your clothes somewhere better and get cash back on every bag. Get unlimited take-back bags all year for just $48. Trashy. Clean out, donate, earn.
As the experts in transmissions for over 50 years, there's nothing at AMCO we haven't heard.
So when I hit the gas,
It's just a belt. And nothing we can't fix.
It's going. What's that?
From transmissions to brakes and everything in between. No credit? Finance your repair at AMCO.
Exclusions apply, may not be combined with any other offer. Limited time offer, participating centers only.
People who know go to AMCO. AA MCO.
Call 1-800-GO-AMCO today.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
I thought those were good for me.
What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
June gloom may keep things cool, but termites never stop. Termite droppings or discarded wings are signs of an active infestation. Call Pacific Coast Termite for a free written inspection. Pacific Coast Termite uses orange oil and Ultraset. No tenting, no move out, and no poisonous gas. Call now and save 10% on termite services. Plus, get a free 2-year warranty. Ask about 90-day same-as-cash financing on approved credit. Call 800-PACIFIC. That's 800-PACIFIC for Pacific Coast Termite. Some restrictions apply.
Are you avoiding shorts or dresses because of your varicose veins? You find yourself covering up, feeling self-conscious about how your legs look? Don't wait another minute. West Medical can treat varicose veins in under an hour with no downtime. That's right. One simple call and a quick procedure can help you feel confident again. Most treatments are affordable and covered by PPO insurance. Love your legs again. Feel incredible. Call 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL today. That's 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL or go to westmedical.com.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
Wake Up Call with Amy King.
KFI Radio, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Amy King with KFI's Wake Up Call. How do you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
The Eagle has landed, and its name is Amy King.
Wake Up Call with Amy King. Live 5 to 6 a.m. on KFI.
And on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of the FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
Magical. Just open the free app and search World Cup. Plus, tap the highlights tab to catch up on anything you missed. Lock in your preset now. KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
On the next Bill Handel Show, older adults are no longer staying in unhappy marriages. The rates of gray divorce have doubled. I spit on your marriage. Pit. That's coming up tomorrow morning after 7 a.m. on the next Bill Handel Show.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. John Kobylt Show, live on YouTube, youtube.com/@John Kobylt Show. Moist line, 877-MOIST-86, 877-MOIST-86, or use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. All right, I'm going to take a couple. We're going to have Jon Coupal on from the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. There's only a few people in California who fight relentlessly for you. Most of the Republican Party does not. There are a few guys who do. And Howard Jarvis, no, but Democrats, unfortunately. And Jon Coupal, since he runs the Howard Jarvis Association, he's one of the independent guys who doesn't work directly for a party. And he has been fighting tax increases and proposing measures on the ballot to stop tax increases or reduce taxes for many, many years. And before he comes on after Deborah's news, I want to explain to you what this is about. This is really important. It's called the Local Taxpayer Protection Act. It's going on the ballot in November, qualified months ago. And it would change the California Constitution to require a 2/3 vote of approval by residents for special tax increases, local increases. 2/3 vote instead of a simple majority vote. If special taxes are proposed by the government, they require a 2/3 vote. So there's clearly precedent. And what Jon Coupal wants to make law here is if it's proposed by citizens. What he wants repealed is something that's affected a lot of people in Los Angeles. If you own your house long enough in Los Angeles, it has a lot of value. And they passed what they called the mansion tax, where at a certain point, in order to sell it, when you sell it, your house suddenly becomes a mansion because real estate prices are so inflated. It doesn't necessarily get any bigger to look like a mansion. It's just, again, the nature of the real estate market. Well, then you got to pay a big tax on it. And people have stopped selling those homes. I mean, and nobody should have to sell their home and pay like a 5% tax? I mean, that is so abusive and outrageous. And it goes for what exactly? More stolen money? More corruption? Well, anyway, the Newsom government, everybody in Sacramento is trying to cut a deal with Jon Coupal's group and other groups that are aligned with him, because they know this thing's going to lose. Or they know they're going to lose. This thing is going to win on the ballot, the Taxpayer Protection Act. They know it's going to win. So they're trying to say, well, why don't you accept this deal? We'll agree to this, but you withdraw this initiative off the ballot. Karen Bass thought there was a deal. Listen to what she tells Conan Nolan of NBC4.
And over the weekend or on Friday, we actually reached resolution, and the Howard Jarvis initiative will not be placed on the ballot. ULA will be placed on the ballot. It is a financial hit to the city of Los Angeles, but two choices, hit or catastrophe. And that's what we chose. All of the labor partners are on board. I don't think that the community groups are necessarily on board, but that's what we had to do in order to essentially save the cities.
So it's a done deal, because the latest I heard is that you still were, Jon Coupal of the Howard Jarvis hadn't signed off on it.
Well, you know how it is. What did you say? What did you say, Thursday?
Thursday.
It's a done deal on Thursday when it passes both houses.
Yeah, right.
But I can tell you, though, that it's where it needs to be. And so I am confident that he will pull his name off of it and that it will pass.
Coupal says, no way. We're going to have Jon Coupal coming up right after Deborah's news to tell you himself. This Local Taxpayers Protection Act is going to go on the ballot. And this 5% tax to sell your house? Well, it would be capped at no higher than 0.11%. Why do people have to pay an extortion fee just to sell their house? Why in God's name? It's your private property, my private property, paid off the house with legally earned money, and then at the end of it, you want to take 5% of the selling price? This is what communists do. Sebastian thought there was a deal. Coupal says no deal. Talk to him about the Local Taxpayers Protection Act, so that you need a 2/3 vote on citizen initiatives that raise taxes, and it would put a cap on what they call transfer taxes you have to pay when you sell your home. More coming up with Jon Coupal. Next, Deborah Mark live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
Huge earthquakes. I'm Deborah Mark live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. 2 big earthquakes have shaken Venezuela, collapsing buildings in the capital of Caracas. The U.S. Geological Survey says the first quake was a 7.1. The second was 7.5. A tsunami advisory has been issued for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Fire crews say they're moving closer to putting out that fire in the warehouse in Boyle Heights. L.A. Fire Department Captain Milo Cope says it's now about 90% knocked down.
We have drones flying the area with infrared cameras, and they found some heat on the west wall where there happens to be a hole from previous water drops.
Crews are eliminating flames on the roof, allowing firefighters to focus on smoldering hotspots inside the damaged Lineage Logistics facility. The first day of deliberations in the trial of Jonathan Rinderknecht has ended without a verdict. Rinderknecht charged with starting the Lockman fire, which officials say then became the Palisades fire. His attorney, Steve Haney, says he thinks the lack of evidence given during the trial will work in their favor.
The lack of scene preservation, the fact that they got there after a lot of the evidence was missing, not a lot of direct evidence. It's a very circumstantial case, which is always difficult as a prosecutor to prove.
Rinderknecht could get 45 years in prison if convicted. LA County DA Hochman is urging people to leave fireworks displays to professionals and to not shoot guns to celebrate the 250th anniversary of American independence. He says all fireworks are illegal in the county, and anyone caught making, selling, buying, or setting off illegal fireworks will be prosecuted. A man in Ventura County convicted of incest with his 18-year-old daughter, who later killed herself, has been sentenced to a year in jail and 3 years probation. The young woman had been staying with her biological dad at his home in Moore Park when prosecutors say he took advantage of a position of trust. Stephen Chavez will serve his time at the Ventura County Jail. More than $100,000 has been raised as part of a fundraiser for a downtown hot dog vendor who was attacked on the job.
The 62-year-old woman was beaten by an unidentified woman on the afternoon of June 15th. She said the incident left her emotionally shaken and her vendor cart damaged. The vendor's son said the attacker had harassed his mother with racially charged statements. A woman on TikTok claiming to be the attacker said she was retaliating, claiming the vendor refused to serve her, so she threw sauce on her hot dogs, and the vendor then threw chili powder in her eyes, so she reacted. Police are looking for information to help identify the woman. Eileen Gonzalez, KFI News.
Officials at Hollywood Burbank Airport say they're expanding efforts to crack down on human trafficking during the World Cup by distributing quick reference cards to airport workers to help identify and report potential targets. The airport is partnering with Freedom Insight, a nonprofit organization that trains transportation and hospitality workers to recognize signs of human trafficking. A former California State Park superintendent has been charged with secretly filming naked workers in an employee locker room and sharing the images with other guys.
Last July, a state park officer found a USB stick in the men's employee locker room at Bolsa Chica State Beach Lifeguard headquarters with videos of employees undressing. The CHP investigation led to 59-year-old Kevin Pearsall, an employee since '94 and superintendent since 2023. He allegedly hid cameras there for 11 months and sent images of nude men with sexually charged comments about their genitals to 2 other guys. Pearsall faces nearly 19 years for felony eavesdropping and misdemeanor counts of secretly filming and unlawful dissemination of private recordings. He'll be arraigned August 6th. Mark Ronner, KFI News.
Attorney Ron Zambrano represents one of the lifeguards secretly recorded and says the guy looked up to Pearsall as a mentor as he progressed up the ranks.
My client doing so well is what allowed him to move from less desirable lockers to further back where all the more senior people were, even though he wasn't senior yet.
He says his client has filed a lawsuit alleging hostile work environment harassment. President Trump has canceled the signing of a bill to reform the housing market. The bill aims to promote new home construction and bars private equity firms from buying homes. Trump says he won't sign it until the Save America Act is passed. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says the president doesn't care about lowering costs for Americans.
Trump's petty refusal to sign our bipartisan bill shows how reluctant he is to do anything that would help the American people.
Schumer says the Save America Act is not going to pass the Senate or the House. We're going to the 101 next.
Lasting Smiles, that's where you go if your teeth are all rotted and decayed and everybody can see it and they get grossed out and they're talking about you behind your back. If you got missing, damaged, rotted, decayed teeth, go for dental implants with Lasting Smiles. You'll get a free comprehensive dental exam, full 3D imaging, custom treatment plan, payments to those $149 a month. $149 a month on approved credit. You can afford that. It's worth it. You'll have this beautiful white smile. It'll change all your relationships. Mention KFI or John, lastingsmiles.com. You get this deal. Mention my name, 844-GO-SMILE, 844-GO-SMILE, 844-GO-SMILE.
Southland weather from KFI, low clouds and fog again in the morning, then sunny, highs mid-70s to mid-80s. Metro LA around 90 in the valleys, mid-80s to mid-90s, and windy in the high desert. Around 70 for the beaches, low to upper 70s inland. OC, 80s to around 90 and windy in the IE. Right now, 70 in Dana Point, 74 in Anaheim, 78 in Diamond Bar, and 76 in Simi Valley. The KFI Financial Update brought to you by Supersure, supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your business insurance in one place. The Dow closed up 182, S&P 500 down 7, and NASDAQ down 110. Crash on the 101 in Agora Hills.
This is on the southbound side at Liberty Canyon Road. 4 cars got into it. Middle lanes have been blocked. They're just trying to get everything off to the shoulder. And that drive is loading up away from Chesboro. Beyond the crash, you still have some slowing ahead from about Lost Hills into Calabasas. Looks like they're getting a stalled car out of lanes coming up on Mulholland, but the drive remains pretty heavy all the way to the 170-134 split. More slowing in Hollywood away from Sunset into downtown Los Angeles. In Griffith Park, the 5 southbound loads up from the 134. Delays are tough all the way to the 605. That 134 eastbound slows out of Griffith Park from Forest Lawn, and you're on the brakes all the way to Glendale Avenue in Glendale. So get La Crescenta. This is the 210 westbound. Delays leaving the 2, and that it's pretty heavy ahead, opening up at Lowell Avenue. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
Worried about inflation, market volatility, or the weakening dollar? More Americans are turning to physical gold and silver to help diversify their retirement savings. Right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now to speak with the gold specialist. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offers a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mint coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event is here with our most efficient lineup that's bigger than ever. With hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and fully electric vehicles to keep your summer moving. Go farther in the all-hybrid Camry. Take on more adventures with RAV4 plug-in hybrid. Or experience all-electric performance in the all-new CHR. More choices, more ways to go farther. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Everything you need to find your perfect Toyota is right at your fingertips at Toyota.com. Explore our full lineup of vehicles. Compare features side by side. Search our available inventory. You can even find the best local offers. Everything you need is just a few clicks away on Toyota.com. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One. Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. TRIP. That's TRIP. Enter it now.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
John Kobylt Show, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, on from 3 to 6. Podcast after 6 on the iHeart app. And YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. Subscribe. Become a member. YouTube.com/@Jon Kobylt Show. I can't believe that you are not on a Caribbean cruise right now. They had 2 earthquakes in Venezuela.
I know.
A 7.1 and a 7.5.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
And there's a tsunami warning for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands.
I know.
How did you miss this?
Because I don't have a lot of travel plans right now.
Wow.
So I know.
That's where the action is. That's where you should have been.
Isn't that great?
You should have had your cruise ship going upside down.
Oh, that is terrifying.
I know. We're going to talk with Jon Coupal on. Terrifying for a lot of people. You know, you keep your house a long time, and in the ridiculous real estate markets here in California, you could have a relatively normal life and still end up with a $5 million house. That's the way things go around here. And at $5 million, then you got to kick in, I think 5%. Let me make sure I get the numbers right. Put Jon Coupal on. And in LA, they call it the mansion tax. And so Jon Coupal and the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association are going to put on the ballot the Local Taxpayer Protection Act. So you can't pass taxes like that without a 2/3 majority from the public. And also will cap what they call transfer taxes when you sell to 0.11%. Now, Karen Bass and other politicians thought they had a deal with John. And John says, no, there's no deal. You know, that he removed this particular proposition in exchange for some kind of compromise. John, how are you? John, you there? Jon Coupal.
Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, how are you? You're on the air.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Am I right? It's $5 million in LA?
Well, it's, I believe it's 4 and 5.5, depending on whether it's 5 million or 10 million. I forget the numbers. The bottom line is ULA, of course.
Yeah, so it's either 4 or 5% tax, and the range is $5 million to $10 million.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And people first of all, the biggest deception was calling it a mansion tax. It's all properties in that price range, meaning even like a 6-unit apartment building would be covered. Every business that's over that, and most businesses are worth at least that much, strip malls, everything else. So first of all, the real problem is that it was deceptively labeled as a mansion tax when it hit all the properties. Secondly, we predicted that it would really disrupt the Los Angeles real estate market, which it has.
Yes.
And now this is why Karen Bass wanted to cut her losses and propose some sort of compromise, which we have rejected, not because the reductions in the transfer tax were necessarily bad, but because they refused to put it in the Constitution. They're trying to do this through a statute. And John, we learned a long time ago that if HJTA was going to ever propose an initiative, it has to be constitutional. Otherwise, it's subject to the vagaries of the California legislature.
They'll gut it 6 months later. That's what they do. They'll gut it in secret late at night in the middle of summer, and the law will just disappear unless you get it embedded in the Constitution.
That's right. That's right. And with all due respect to the mayor, she was relying on conversations with everyone except with the person who has the sole power to withdraw the initiative. And it kind of stuns me that the people in Sacramento, I guess it doesn't stun me, but they should know that if you're trying to negotiate the withdrawal of an initiative, you should be talking to the person who proposed it.
That's you.
And they thought, yeah. And they thought they were talking to other people, and quite frankly, some of the people they were talking to were some, not all of our funders. We had a lot of funders, but the reality is we have promised to our members of the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association for 10 years that we would reverse the infamous Upland decision, which destroyed the 2/3 vote for special taxes. The voters never voted for that weakening of Prop 13. We've always defended it. And so this is what we need to reinstate the 2/3 vote for special taxes, which, by the way, all you have to do is read one sentence of Proposition 13, enacted overwhelmingly by the voters in 1978, and it's very clear that there is a hard prohibition against real estate transfer tax, and there is a requirement for a 2/3 vote of the local electorate for a special tax.
So wait, hold on. So you have hard language in there, constitutional language, going all the way back to 1978, and the judges undermine it anyway?
Oh, they have. The first issue was with the real estate transfer taxes, where they created an exception for charter cities. And of course, charter cities immediately began to exploit that. And then more recently, the most damaging of the judicial decisions was the infamous Upland decision that allowed special taxes to be imposed by a simple majority vote if it was placed on the ballot by a so-called citizens initiative. And by that, they mean some special interest like public sector labor. And that's how we got ULA.
They must be worried that your Local Taxpayer Protection Act will pass in November, or they wouldn't be negotiating so hard for a deal with you.
That is correct. And I told them that if they want to pass a statute which provides transfer tax relief, go ahead. We'll continue with our initiative, but there's no reason they're trying to say, in order for us to proceed with a compromise, you have to drop your measure. That's not the way things work.
Yeah.
That's not the way things work. And quite frankly, John, I've been in this town long enough. I've seen deals made only to have those deals broken. And I can give you an example of one where they promised a former state senator that they would put something in the Constitution. They proposed an ACA, Assembly Constitutional Amendment. It passed, but the next legislative cycle, they took it off the ballot. So, you cannot, let's just say, charitably speaking, I have a trust issue with anybody in Sacramento.
Yeah, they're liars and thieves. Can you hang on, John? I want to talk with you a little longer.
Sure.
All right, Jon Coupal from the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association, Local Taxpayer Protection Act. It's going on the ballot in November, and it'll get rid of these stupid transfer taxes, mansion taxes, where you want to sell your house or your business, and you have to pay some kind of ransom. Deborah Mark live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here is the latest. Big back-to-back earthquakes have slammed Venezuela, collapsing buildings. There's a tsunami warning. The LA School District will now limit screen time for students. We'll have more at the bottom of the hour. We'll check the freeways next.
GiveMeTheVin.com gives you the most money for your used car, period. You could sell your car for the most money at GiveMeTheVin.com. They buy from $2,000 to $200,000. You go to the site and enter your VIN number or license plate number, 60-second bid process, pressure-free service, free pickup. Click on GiveMeTheVin.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo, the only business software you need. Sunny tomorrow, high 70s to mid 90s. This report brought to you by Biome from your Toyota Dealers Traffic Center. We make it easy. Check in the freeways.
Let's start off in West LA on that 405 southbound, leaving Santa Monica Boulevard. It's a tough drive as you continue all the way to Palo Verde and Long Beach, and northbound slowing for the 405. That begins all the way out of Irvine, leaving Irvine Center Drive, remaining heavy in stretches all the way to the 105 freeway. More slowing ahead in West LA from just about Santa Monica Boulevard as you continue all the way to the 5 merge into Sylmar. In Santa Clarita, the 14 northbound backing up, leaving the 5, and that drive is heavy as well all the way towards Sand Canyon Road. It's also a swing over to the Cajon Pass, 15 northbound. And it's crowding up away from Glen Helen Parkway. There's a crash ahead at Kenwood that they're clearing out of lanes, but the drive remains heavy beyond all the way towards Cleghorn. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Angel Martinez.
July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair, July 4th.
You wouldn't take someone else's prescription, so why take somebody else's supplements? Viome starts with a simple at-home test, then creates custom biotics and nutrients based specifically for your body. Personalized nutrition starts here. Go to Viome.com. Use code RADIO today. This report is sponsored by Viome. If your supplement routine requires a spreadsheet, we need to talk. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create precision supplements and a nutrition-based plan designed for your body. No guesswork, just science. Viome.com. Use code RADIO. That's Viome.com. Use code RADIO today.
Want up to $25,000 in free silver? When you make a qualifying purchase through Golden Crest Metals, you can receive up to $25,000 in real silver added to your account. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offers a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
Don't let the June gloom fool you. Whether it's cool or hot, termites are still active. Droppings and discarded wings are signs of an infestation. Call Pacific Coast Termite for a free inspection. Get our no tent, no move out treatment with a 2-year warranty. Call 800-PACIFIC. Some restrictions apply.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
L&K's Therapy Thursday is now a podcast. Secrets, betrayal, relationship drama, it's all there. Binge the episodes now on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. L&K's Therapy Thursday, the podcast.
Visit LearCapital.com for your free gold investment kit. That's LearCapital.com.
You know that pile of clothes you've been meaning to deal with? Yeah, same. That's why I love Trashy. It's the easiest way to clean out your closet, send your clothes somewhere better, and actually get rewarded for it. No more letting things sit around or wondering what to do with them. You just fill up a take-back bag with clothes you don't wear anymore, send it in, and Trashy takes care of the rest, keeping it out of landfills and giving it a second life. It's such a simple way to feel good about clearing space and doing something better for the planet. And here's the best part. You earn cash rewards back for every bag you send, which makes it even easier to stay consistent. You can check it out at trashy.io. Plus, with Trashy Unlimited, you can get unlimited bags for just $48 your first year. An easy at-home cleanout system so you can stay on top of it all year long. Clean out, donate, earn rewards. Head to trashy.io to get started today.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this now.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
Switzerland takes down Canada 2-1. Both countries will advance to the knockout stage, but Canada will not get to play on home soil in the round of 32. Meanwhile, Bosnia-Herzegovina beats Qatar 3-1, setting themselves up with a chance to advance.
As they dream about a spot in the last 32 of the World Cup.
Bosnia would likely play the United States if they move on.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
The fire trucks are getting ready to pull out of Boyle Heights. And that means the lawyers and their BMWs are pulling in. Just how much could the people get and how much is it going to cost you? That's tomorrow, Monks and Merrill, on air and on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. John Kobylt Show. We're live on YouTube. Subscribe. Become a member, youtube.com/@Jon Kobylt Show. And just after 6 o'clock, today's podcast will be released, same as the radio show. We have a live stream that we did this morning, special bonus. You can see that on YouTube as well. All right. Don't say we don't work hard here. We produce. We're going to continue now with Jon Coupal, who runs the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. And his organization has put on the ballot the Local Taxpayer Protection Act in November. You vote for that. And that's going to do two things. It means when they have special local taxes on the ballot, it's going to require a 2/3 majority, whether it's a citizens initiative or a government initiative, 2/3 majority. Secondly, these what they call transfer taxes, which is a tax on selling your house. Well, in L.A., they got the ridiculous mansion tax, and you got to pay like 4 or 5% extortion fee to the government if your home happens to be worth $5 million or more. And of course, that gets more and more common because of the crazy real estate market, and you get penalized, right? Other people want to, they should be happy people want to move to California and driving up prices, not penalize you for that. Guys, so stupid. Anyway, Karen Bass and the rest of these looters thought they had a deal and compromise, and Jon Coupal says, no way. This all right. So this is going to be on the ballot, Local Taxpayer Protection Act. Does it have to pass with a simple majority or 2/3 majority? I'm not hearing him. Wait, start again. Start again. We had a disconnection there.
Yeah, simple majority, like any proposed constitutional amendment. All it takes is a simple majority. The what's more difficult is getting the signatures, because there are more signatures required for a constitutional amendment, unless, of course, the legislature puts something on the ballot. They are not bound by the same rules the rest of us are.
Okay, but obviously you got the signatures and then some.
Yes, and you may recall that the last time we tried this, we had a more encompassing, broad-based tax reform, and the governor and the legislature sued to take it off the ballot. And a very compliant California Supreme Court did their bidding and took it off the ballot. So what we have to do, we had to significantly reduce the scope of this initiative to those two relatively narrow items in order to make sure that it passes even this Supreme Court's review. And again, just to be clear, all we're doing is we're restating, basically, John, what we're doing is we're restating the existing language of Prop 13, and we're kind of adding at the end, and this time we really mean it. In other words, so we're enforcing, we're putting enforcement provisions in something that the voters have already overwhelmingly adopted.
Okay, so again, it's going to mean that local special tax increases that are put on by a citizens initiative has to get a 2/3 majority, and it limits this tax when you sell your house. It's known as a transfer tax. That would be capped at no higher than 0.11%, not this 5% nonsense that we have here in Los Angeles. Have you done some polling? Is this polling well?
Yeah, it does poll well. All the elements poll very well. When people understand it, it polls well. What we have a headwind is with a very biased title and summary. Now, we don't have the title and summary yet, but if they track off the circulating title and summary, that was very biased. Now, notwithstanding that biased circulating title, people read it and they said, "Oh, this is what the Attorney General does." They misrepresent what the thing really does. So yes. I think we have a strong message going forward.
Yeah, and you got an ad campaign. You got financing for that.
Yes, we're already out there reserving radio time, and and we're not going to be the only ones. Obviously, we've got some of the business organizations that have not agreed to this deal are on our side. The California Association of Realtors, a very powerful and broad-based organization, is squarely with us, as is the California Taxpayers Association, and they represent many, many businesses. So we're going to have a lot of allies in the business community. It will not be just HJTA.
Okay. Well, you'd think Newsom would support your measure because he's got all these very expensive multi-million-dollar mansions. Of course, he seems to get them for free, but
I don't think he pays taxes. I think he's exempt for some help.
All right, John. Listen, you need any help from us here? You just call, okay? Anytime.
All right.
Sounds
good.
I want this to pass for my own selfish interest here.
Absolutely. Me too.
All right,
John. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And that is Jon Coupal, Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. I don't work and save and pay off the mortgage, and at the end, some creepy weirdo like Gavin Newsom gets 5%. No. This crap has got to stop. When we come back, this is funny. Karen Bass has fired her campaign strategist. Bet you didn't know there was a campaign strategist. And the resume of the new one, you'll fall off your chair. Deborah Mark, live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Back-to-back earthquakes have slammed Venezuela, triggering a tsunami advisory. Associated Press reporter Juan Arrayas says the quakes happened along the coast and caused at least one building to collapse in the capital of Caracas.
An earthquake just shook the entire building. It's the heaviest quake felt in Venezuela.
The U.S. Geological Survey says the first one registered 7.1. The second was a 7.5 shaker. A powerful magnitude 6.9 earthquake has hit off northern Japan. The Japanese Meteorological Agency says it hit late this afternoon our time, but there have been no reports of damage or injuries. The agency says there was no tsunami warning issued. A 5.6 magnitude earthquake in Northern California has rocked parts of the state's rural areas. Renee Everroad was in a grocery store when it hit at 8 this morning.
I was shaking from head to toe. My hands were shaking. It felt like it lasted for 20 minutes.
The U.S. Geological Survey pinpoints the epicenter of the quake around 7 miles northwest of Willis and was felt all the way to the coast in the city of Fort Bragg, or off the coast in the city of Fort Bragg. The LA Fire Department says water-dropping helicopters are not needed anymore because the fire on the roof of the Lineage warehouse in Boyle Heights has been put out. LAFD Captain Milo Cope says crews are now concentrating on remaining pockets of fire inside the building while continuing to fight the fire from the outside.
We stopped those water drops and we're bringing the drones back in with their IR cameras to see how those water drops have taken.
Air quality around East LA is still an issue, and the Air Quality Management District is keeping tabs on things. The LA School District will now limit screen time for students and ban screens completely before second grade. The school board gave final approval to the policy yesterday. The Dodgers have put the money where their mouth is regarding ICE raids in LA.
Religious, labor, and community leaders pushed the Dodgers to take a stand when ICE raids began in the Southland a year ago, which triggered widespread protests. The World Series champs denied Customs and Border agents access to Dodger Stadium and have donated more than $1 million to families and immigrants impacted by federal immigration enforcement. Another petition demanded Dodgers owner Mark Walter sell his stake in Geo Group, the prison company that also assisted in deporting immigrants. By the end of March this year, his investment firm, Guggenheim Partners, no longer owned any shares in Geo. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
And President Trump and Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy have got into it on Capitol Hill during a luncheon, a day after Cassidy voted for the War Powers resolution to limit the White House's ability to continue the war in Iran. The two had a discussion that turned into a shouting match. Cassidy says he regrets losing his temper, but he doesn't regret asking for answers.
It was supposed to last 4 weeks. It's lasted 4 months. Our original objectives have not been achieved. And I want to know what's going on.
He says the American people need to know more than they've been told. Going to the 118 next.
When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's their finish line. They give you a handshake, they take a commission, and they are done. And you may never hear from them again. Well, until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, and all year you have the gaps and you have the risk in your insurance. Let me tell you about SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, the whole thing is too complicated just to buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English from whatever gobbledygook they write in. And you get to see what's covered and what's not. And they have a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know exactly what needs protecting. Supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com, supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Southland weather from KFI, low clouds and fog back again in the morning. Then sunny, highs mid-70s to mid-80s. Metro LA around 90 in the valleys, mid-80s to mid-90s, and windy in the high desert, around 70 for the beaches. Low to upper 70s inland OC, 80s to around 90 and windy in the IE. Right now 73 in Laguna Woods and 77 in Rancho Santa Margarita. Stall, we have a stall. Where is that? Stall on the 118, or slow, I should say, on the 118 in Porter Ranch.
So it's eastbound delays, and it's backing up from almost Topanga Canyon, a little closer to DeSoto as you continue ahead to Reseda Boulevard. The westbound side's moving along just fine without any problems. This earlier wreck in Agora Hills, 101 southbound, coming up on the Liberty Canyon Road. They're clearing it out of lanes, and the drive remains really tough getting away from Canaan Road. It's tough along the 405. This is southbound, leaving West LA, Santa Monica Boulevard. Delays in stretches all the way to Palo Verde in Long Beach, and very slow moving in Irvine. I'm looking at the 5 northbound. This drive is backing up all the way from Bake Parkway. Delays continue ahead towards Euclid and Anaheim with Southern California's most accurate traffic reports. I'm Angel Martinez.
Decades of saving. Now you're just supposed to hope the market holds up? There's a reason smart retirement investors are moving part of their IRA and 401k into physical gold and silver right now. Gold has hit record highs. The dollar is weakening, and unlike stocks, you can hold real gold in your hand. Golden Crest Metals makes it simple. A nationally recognized firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Golden Crest can help you add physical gold and silver to your retirement account, tax and penalty free. And right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now to speak with a gold specialist and request your free precious metals guide. That's 888-447-7857. Again, 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Golden Crest Metals is not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. Free silver offer consists of a 10% bonus, and silver applied to qualifying purchases of premium minted coins. Minimum purchase $10,000 required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credit is in addition to customer account. Free IRA storage subject to qualifying purchase tier. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms and conditions.
50 states, one national mall, 2 weeks of freedom. The Great American State Fair opens June 25th in Washington, D.C. All 50 states. Live music and rodeo, innovation, arts, culture, and American patriotism. Every day brings a new theme celebrating the best of who we are, capped by the largest fireworks display in the world on July 4th. This is for every American. Admission is free. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair. Be there.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? That's exactly what one lucky Perks Pass community member could win. We're talking airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then, while you're there, help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you'd like to see join the Perks Pass community. Perks Pass is a new way to connect with offers, rewards, and surprises from places you already go. No app, no login, no endless searching. Enter to win today at perkspass.com.
Call 844-GO-SMILE to learn about the new Lifestyle Smile dental implants from Lasting Smiles.
Getting you back to your life pursuit. Hoag Orthopedic Institute. Call 1-800-919-2000.
OPL Law, your advocates and your voice when you need it most. OPLlaw.com.
Think back. All those times you questioned everything and wondered why you didn't trust yourself. What if those thoughts could be eliminated? Truth is, those thoughts come from a hidden part of your mind. At a Dianetics seminar, you'll learn and apply powerful techniques to address the hidden source of your stress, anxiety, and self-doubt. It's hands-on, and you'll put the tools to work immediately. In just one weekend, you'll discover exactly how the mind works and increase your happiness and restore trust in yourself. A single weekend can change everything. Register today and take charge of your mental health. Go to Dianetics.org/seminar. That's Dianetics.org/seminar.
No reason to trouble yourself by diving into this muck.
Cannonball!
We'll do it for you.
This swamp covers a lot of wet ground.
Swamp Watch with Gary and Shannon. This is a sewer.
Weekdays at 11:20 on KFI.
KFI. AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Jon Kobylt Show continues. We're on 3 to 6. We're on YouTube right now, live. YouTube.com/@Jon Kobylt Show. Subscribe, become a member. We had a special live stream this morning, and if you get some time, you ought to watch it. It's about the communists taking over in New York City, and the communists already on board here in Los Angeles. It's a serious, serious threat. I'm serious about that. That's on the live stream that we did. Okay, Karen Bass has replaced her old campaign strategist. Probably didn't realize she had a campaign strategist or a strategy. Douglas Herman is gone, being replaced by Julie Chavez Rodriguez. Listen to this recent resume. Campaign manager for Joe Biden in 2024. Campaign manager for Kamala Harris in 2024. Woof. Woo. Don't you erase that kind of experience? So what did you do? Oh, I ran Joe Biden's campaign. Oh, the year he won? No, the year he did that face plant on stage. Oh, what else have you done? Kamala Harris? Oh, was that the campaign you had $2 billion to spend? And you couldn't beat Trump? Okay. Well, of course Bass signed her on. Of course. In fact, she's been running her Hispanic campaign the last few months. Unidos con Karen Bass. Yeah, Con, all right. She's the granddaughter of Cesar Chavez, the noted child rapist. Okay. Man, you mentioned running Biden and then Kamala Harris, but they make so much money. You don't have to win when you're a campaign manager. You get another job right away, and you make a fortune. I mean, with $2 billion sloshing around Kamala Harris, wow, $2 billion, and this lady couldn't do it. Now they got a more Hispanic support for the primary than Bass had gotten the first time around in 2022. So maybe this lady's getting some credit for that. But the thing is, that area where the fire happened in I'm blank. What
Palisades?
No, not the new one.
The Boyle Heights.
Boyle Heights. That's it. Here's John and Deborah from the nursing home.
Know,
yeah.
Right? It's late. I've been on the air 6 hours.
Boyle Heights, heavily Hispanic area. Everybody's breathing in poisonous, toxic smoke. Everybody agrees it's poisonous, toxic smoke. Karen Bass comes back from her vacation at the Obama presidential palace, and she says the air is not dangerous. Well, the air is deadly dangerous. I don't know. I would think that would lose her a few votes. And here was what else is going on. Matthew Seedorf had a new story late last night.
An urgent race against time in Boyle Heights. Firefighters now gaining the upper hand on the giant warehouse fire that has choked neighborhoods with thick smoke for almost a week.
I'm glad that it's calming down now.
Now the downside of this is
The smell of the rotten food now. I'm starting to smell it.
Now, a new threat emerging. Millions of pounds of frozen food trapped inside the burned out building, slowly rotting.
We want to get this fire out as quick as possible because we do have that concern about the food spoiling.
Cars near the warehouse caked with soot. Flies swarming over waterlogged debris, and rats from a nearby homeless encampment just blocks from what could become an endless supply of food.
And now we're going to have to try to fend those off.
Frustrating, but most frustrating is the smell.
It's not just smoke, but it's also environmental concerns. All that water that's putting on the fire is flooding down the road like a river, clogging storm drains with burnt foam.
We're watching the runoff. We're monitoring the runoff just like we're monitoring the air.
But they actually have to get pumps out here to get the water out of the parking lot.
Skyfox overhead capturing the murky runoff, moving through the industrial area into the LA River.
It's definitely a different smell today.
Like a refrigerator that's been off.
Exactly.
On the ground, giant piles of charred foam, insulation, and siding. All this isn't just going to end up in the ocean.
Well, I understand that concern, but I do want to reassure the community that the LAFD, as well as our partner fire departments throughout the southern region, are doing everything that we can to try to mitigate this emergency.
Yeah. Massive progress made against the flames and smoke. With the 500,000 square foot warehouse still too dangerous for firefighters to go inside.
Being able to contain the fire, not to spread to the houses or the other buildings around it, it's been an absolute amazing job. I'm proud of them.
Here's a live look from Skyfox. You just heard from one resident that he says he's proud of the work that the firefighters have been doing, really working nonstop to put out this fire as quickly as they can. You can see all the debris still out there. That's the concern now with the environment. Firefighters hope to have this fire knocked down by as early as tomorrow, but they say the smoke could linger for a number of days. We're live tonight in Boyle Heights. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
That's right. Here's the appeal to Hispanic voters in the Boyle Heights area for Karen Bass. Vote for Karen Bass. You now have 85 million pounds of rotten food while the fire happened while she was drinking in Chicago. You have rats at from the local homeless encampment that she's had 4 years to clear out and didn't. You not only have rats, you have flies. Flies love rats, and they love 85 million pounds of rotted food. Can you imagine if the flies have like a nightly newscast? What their lead headline is? Feast of our lifetime. 85 million pounds of rotten food,
gross,
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the air is not dangerous.
And Karen Bass says the air is not dangerous. There's layers of soot over everything. There is flooding. The flooding is murky. It's headed to poison the ocean and kill the fish. Burnt foam is laying on the ground. Burnt insulation foam. But she hired Julie Chavez Rodriguez as a new campaign strategist. She brought Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to victory in 2024. Oh, no. That'd be one embarrassing resignation and one embarrassing loss. But hey, you go into Boyle Heights and convince them that don't worry about the rotted food and the rats and the flies and the soot and the flooding and the murky runoff and the burnt foam. Everything's good. The air is not dangerous. Can you play that again? I want to hear it again. Everybody in the world ought to hear this 10 times a day.
No, the air is not dangerous.
What a genius. If there's one thing you should not say.
No, the air is not dangerous.
It's that. Deborah Mark, live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Here is the latest. 2 huge earthquakes have hit Venezuela. Heavy equipment is being used to try to get that fire out at a cold storage warehouse in Boyle Heights. We will have more at the top of the hour. We are going to go back to the 101 next.
Being hurt in an accident is like a punch in the gut that you never saw coming. The attorneys at Sweet James know the agony, the disruption, and sometimes the devastation that people go through. Sweet James has spent 25 years fighting for injured accident victims. They have the experience and the reputation and the care to help you make your comeback. They've helped thousands of people just like you recover when an accident has changed their life. And they have won over $1 billion for their clients. They can't guarantee the outcome. Excuse me. But you want a law firm like Sweet James on your side when you need someone the most. Some lunch I had. If you're hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, call the attorneys at Sweet James. You pay nothing until they win. With an office in Los Angeles, call 800-9-MILLION, 800-9-MILLION, 800-9-000-000, sweetjames.com.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny tomorrow, high 70s to mid 90s. This report brought to you by Viome. From your Toyota dealers traffic center, we make it easy. Back to the 101 in Agora Hills.
Big Canyon Road, a crash involving 4 cars is being cleared out of lanes. At first check, it was blocking middle lanes, and the flow of traffic is much lighter, but it looks like they're still clearing everything to the shoulder. We're seeing a backup away from Canaan Road beyond the crash, slowing ahead in Calabasas, leaving just about Parkway Calabasas. You're on the brakes and stretches all the way to the 170-134 split. Now, the northbound side of the 101 delays here are pushed back out of Silver Lake. From Silver Lake Boulevard, you're slow ahead all the way towards White Oak in Encino with Southern California's most accurate traffic reports. I'm Angel Martinez.
That cabinet full of supplements, your body might not need half of them. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create personalized probiotics and nutrition plan based on your biology. Real science, real answers, real personalization. Check out Viome.com. Use code radio today.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Gearing up for summer travel? Then it's time to put that old car in your driveway to good use. Hey, it's Conway, and here's the deal. Donate your car to Cars for Kids in just 2 minutes. Go to carsforkids.org or phone them up, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K. Any condition, they'll take it and tow it for free. You'll get a tax deduction, a 3-day, 2-night hotel stay to use this summer. 2 minutes, free pickup, and a free vacation? Wow! Donate your car today at carsforkids.org or call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K.
The next 3 years, LA will welcome the world with major events unmatched by any destination. This moment is bigger than sports. It's about the impact on our communities, businesses, and people. With the help of the Los Angeles Sports and Entertainment Commission foundational partners, Amgen, Archer Aviation, Kaiser Permanente, LA Tourism, and Metro, we're investing in the LA community and inspiring civic pride. Together, let's show the world why we love LA. To learn more about the FIFA World Cup, visit LosAngelesFWC26.com.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, California. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in California. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match after the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code AM640. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM640 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Worried about inflation, market volatility, or the weakening dollar? More Americans are turning to physical gold and silver to help diversify their retirement savings. Right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now to speak with a gold specialist. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offers a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mint coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped to $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
Clean out your closet, donate your clothes, and earn rewards with Trashy. Send your clothes somewhere better and get cash back on every bag. Get unlimited take-back bags all year for just $48. Trashy. Clean out, donate, earn.
This July 4th, celebrate with America 250 at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum hosted by Queen Latifah. See performances from major artists including Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. And now, listen for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to join this landmark celebration. No purchase necessary. For official rules, visit iHeart.com/rules.
What if your next vacation was Hawaii? One lucky Perks Pass community member could win airfare and a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacations villa. Enter at perkspass.com. Then help shape what's next in the Perks Pass community. Perkspass.com. Enter today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Coming up on the next Gary and Shannon show.
Everybody likes to have a little nibble when they're traveling on the airplane, but this guy tried to eat the other passengers. Terror in the Skies is coming up on the next Gary and Shannon show.
Does that sound like a bite? The Gary and Shannon show starts tomorrow at 9.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We're on from 3 to 6, and now after 6 o'clock in just a few minutes, if you missed the show, it's the podcast, John Kobylt Show on Demand on the iHeart app. And on YouTube, we put out a special live stream this morning on the coming communist infection in New York City, here in LA as well. So you could watch that. You could watch the YouTube version of this afternoon show as well. All right, so you could spend your evening. We could spend the evening together. Here's another example of the corrupt, incompetent homelessness racket. San Francisco. Aisha McCain couldn't contact her older brother. He's been homeless, but he moved a few years ago into the Jazzy Collins Apartments. Okay, this is a homeless complex. It was stylish and modern. Residents had kitchenettes, an outdoor courtyard, and as the San Francisco Chronicle says, they had hope. Well, what they didn't have is competent employees running it, because Eric McCain, who'd moved into this building, been there for 4 years. Aisha was trying to contact him, couldn't get through. And she finally called the police, raced over the Bay Bridge, arrived, and a San Francisco fire engine was parked in front of the building. They wouldn't let her in to see her brother. "Where's my brother?" she kept screaming. She found out, even though the facility was required to check in, again, these are all vagrants, drug addicts, mental patients, alcoholics. They never checked in on Eric for quite a while. In fact, he died. And he'd been dead so long that the firefighters found his decaying body surrounded by insects. This is where your homeless money goes. A medical examiner described Eric's remains as being moderately decomposed, said he died of chronic alcoholism. He had not been seen by the Jazzy Collins staff for 12 days. The last time is when they did a pest control inspection. He told them, "Well, I feel too sick to allow them inside." Nobody returned to check on him. Jazzy Collins is one of 18 complexes run by a nonprofit called Home Rise, which spends $41 million on 1,500 apartments to house the vagrants, the mental patients, the drug addicts, and the alcoholics. They've won tens of millions of dollars in public grants and loans. They're supposed to check on people regularly. They didn't check on him for 12 days. He was dead. And again, he was moderately decomposed. Surrounded not by his family, but by insects feeding off his body. That's what you get in this corrupt, incompetent, cruel California homeless racket system. Of course, that'll be a one-day story. When we come back, it'll be tomorrow. Conway's up next. Crozier has the news. Live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.